All right, I'm live. Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Skip Jen and
that's
I are running PTB games today. This will totally not end with us horribly skill issuing something or with some incredibly scuffed gameplay, right?
right, right. Yeah, of course, of
Yeah.
course.
We
Why
we are
would that
professionals and know what we're doing, obviously.
why would that ever happen?
Mhm. There's never been a time before where we've ever done like a big oopsies or messed something up. As I actively just realized I put the text box in the wrong place, so it's covering your face. Whoops. Okay, there we are.
Cool, thank you. it's,
That's about the standard we aspire to on this channel. All right.
it's the Mike Wazowski running bit
Oh.
where he's just covered up in everything.
Okay, but you got to admit though, for like Mike Wazowski, if they just like did the slow fade out, where it's like his eye turns like the center of the Monsters Inc. logo, that's perfectly on point, right? I always think about that. It's just like, okay, how can I do corporate branding thing? Yes, for a fictional power company. Also, do I mind explaining my choice of words in Nebulous chat? Yeah, Noik says it perfectly for me. Stole the words right out of my mouth.
are
Meow colon 3.
are we sharing chat? I am only seeing my chat at
That's
the
a good point.
moment.
I had to hit the button. Okay, there we go. Sharing chat enabled. All right.
There
Chats,
we
you can cross
go.
pollinate and yell at each other now.
Yippee.
Congratulations.
Now I get to see all the fun jokes that happen in your chat. Your chat is just so
Oh no.
full of funny jokes. There's so many of them. Look at all of the funny jokes in your chat.
Hey, that's not very nice. My chatters have names.
Hello, Survivability Onion. Welcome in.
Ah, onion. Mold chat.
They really are
I like
going
how.
through. They're going through their fungus arc entirely right now.
Yeah. You heard of Big Chungus. Now it's time for Big Fungus.
Oh dear.
Anyways, for the people who want to rot their brains alongside us, we're on area number 7 right now.
Oh,
Public
you're
testing
already in
ranks.
there?
You
Oh
can
geez,
load up
I'm
that.
still sitting in the
Yep.
menu.
Fair enough. So.
We're here. Okay. Are we casting one to begin with, or are we doing a match?
I was just sitting as spectator till I see how many people we get and decide how to go in there.
Fair enough. We can wait
Char's
here
gonna
and
hop in. All right.
wait for teams to balance.
Mhm.
I was looking at my Nebulous videos on my channel, and I
Yep.
noticed that like 80% of them are ANS videos where we play ANS. Like
Ah.
I have very few videos where I play OSP, which
Ah. Yes. Well, see, it's because you only upload the games that you win, obviously, right?
yeah, because ANS is just so much better of a faction compared to OSP. Balcon told
Yeah.
me this.
Truly,
This is
this
definitely what
overpowered
Balcon's
nature of
been.
this hybrid missiles, the superior Solomon gamings.
And that's not even accurate to see that I upload videos that I win because of my last video where I sucked at the game and died horribly in a very funny way.
Um, There's always those moments where, like, you see an incoming strike, you're just like, "Yeah, I'm not blocking that. That's gonna suck."
No, I lost half of my cat fleet to a single like rocket shuttle on a point that I
Oh.
knew was there over the course of the game.
Yep.
Um,
Bone Double, hi, hello, welcome. Surely Bone won't say anything uncouth this time on this group chat, right?
yeah, Bone is known for not talking about anything completely insane while we're playing Nuclear Option or anything.
Yeah.
I don't even know
It's
what.
actually funny you mentioned that. I named my stream Nebulous Option because I didn't know what to put.
Wrong game.
Do you remember the one old conversation where it's like, oh yeah, Nebulous would be so much better if they added nuclear weapons, and then somebody made a mod
Oh
for it,
my
and everyone's like,
god.
oh wow, this really sucks. Huh.
Yeah. You've seen the bingo card meme for Nebulous, right? Where the free space is just add nukes. Or like
Actually,
Balcon requests.
hang on a sec. I have a Neb bingo card. Where did I put that?
Are we
Falcon
talking?
bingo.
We
Here we
might be.
go.
I think we're talking about the same one.
I never finished this, but here, let me just copy paste the text to you so you can see this one. I'll just send it in DMs.
Sending
I
me
only
a
got some of
massive.
them, but
What
yeah.
is this? Oh dear. Okay. That's a weird text file. All right.
Yeah, it's just it was notepad filed and it's the right number of space. I just hadn't filled it out yet, so don't worry about it. Yeah, my
Okay.
Falcon bingo card. This is old, by the way, so it's MMTs, Pavis versus Defender, 4G corkscrew torps, crew cheesing. That tells you how old this is.
Crew cheesing,
Fast
yeah.
driver bulkers.
You know it's old when it mentions crew mechanics.
Min angle free weave, rocket shuttles, size 3 hybrid versus AMMs, cruise missiles, just cruise missiles in general, Cap being in slow mode because Falcon. What else do we have? Grape shot, buffing 450, and the Mark 82. Also, yeah, free space with rails. I should have finished that off. I had so many good ideas that I just never broke down.
Yeah, let's go back to the days where rails were just blue 450, but had three times the velocity.
Yeah, and they could cross map you, and Battleship had 7 barrels that they just were basically immune to anything because like hybrids weren't a thing.
Oh jeez, I still have nightmares about a specific Nyx's eye match where I decided I was new to the game. All right, that's my defense for what I'm about to say next. I played my own version of TF Ash on Nyx, which went about as well as you'd expect.
Yep.
I got to the B point, and then I peeked out for 2 seconds, and there was a rail battleship above. And it just, it literally, I peeked out one of my destroyers for like a brief moment. A full salvo of railguns comes in, completely cores the destroyer instantaneously. It just straight up.
Yep, that sounds about right.
It just removed it from the game entirely. And I'm just like, cool, great.
All right, Escape. People are requesting we drink water, so there we go.
What does one do if they can't see ARI official not on their server browser in-game? Okay, that's a bug that I've encountered a couple times.
Actually, this might be simpler than that. Evolve, are you on the public test branch right now? Because we are currently on the public test branch, so got to double check on that. Also, people have requested the Song of the People, so Escape, would you wish to accompany me along this journey?
Oh, dear. Meow.
All right, we know who's doing which bit today. Well, they say.
Evolve is not on PTB. Yep, that would explain why you're not seeing ERI 7. This is ERI 7 is the public test branch exclusive ERI server.
Mm-hmm. We're on here because again, new plane stuff, mess around with. I'm hoping we get another PTB in like, I don't know, like nearish future, because
who knows? Maybe maybe Liz is watching right now and is about to drop a massive PTB update again.
no, that happens on Fridays. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's like, okay, I aspire to be that level of like petty's not quite right, but like just the sass. It's like, oh, okay, fine. Here, have a public test branch. It's like, like, cool, yeah, midstream, I need to run intermission. Panic, new reaction, new upgrades,
Completely derail this stream. We spent like an hour and a half just in Fleet Editor looking at the new changes after that thing dropped. Wait, do we get a Nebulous Fleet Command dating sim? Please stop.
That's just called playing like voxel fleets or cap fleet regularly. Like, I'm just saying. Bliss smacks us again on Friday with PTB Go Dial after. Well, okay, I like to point it out. It's been like a month since the last devlog dropped. I know Liz has been like busy working on like all the like campaign editor stuff, because like you just took a look at like the snapshot we saw. It's like, oh, okay, here's how the campaign mechanics going. That is a once again, it's like basically trying to make a whole nother game associated with this, where you're trying to tie together the Neb skirmish matches. It's not going to be Conquest, thank God, because Conquest was complicated very much. But Voxel Chan. Okay, we talked about this last night, but we know that if there was like a what's the name of the IKEA shark?
Blahash? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Blahash?
If we had one of those for voxels, they would sell out in like 5 minutes.
I think it did. Was the blueprints for making the voxel plushie published, like the Pike and other plushies? Because I know that the Pike and Barracuda ones, like the templates, were published somewhere. But I don't remember if the voxel one was ever released. What's the difference between the normal game and the public test version? If you look at the main Neb Discord server on the public test channel, I think it's called. Is it just called public test?
Yeah, public test change log or
Yep.
something. It's
The
there.
latest one from the 2nd of May is what's new. It's a massive list of things.
Yeah. It is a intimidating list, but in terms of actual stuff, it's mainly just craft can get upgrades now. Fighters basically lost external fuel tanks. The Barracuda still has them, but it's competing with a bunch of other like slots there, so you don't see them as much. Um, and beams are a little better. They don't cook themselves as much, so yeah, nice stuff. I predict like just random guessing style that we're probably going to see another PTB patch. I was feeling it was either going to be like this week or maybe next week, just going by the vibes. Like I figured there'll be enough test data accumulated. The tester crew, like the dedicateds, they'll have gone through, be like, okay, these things, this is good, this is bad. Maybe watch out for this. And like we've
Right.
done enough stream games where it's like, all right, here's the pain points, here's the common things. We know Bliss has been in the stream watching quite a few of these games and see how they work. So data is going up the pipe and it's going well.
You know, in all fairness, the first stream we did on PTB, when the patch notes dropped while you were streaming, there was no usable data from that one.
Fuck no.
that one was a wash. Absolutely nothing happened that would have highlighted any problems with the changes.
What, you mean 7 battleships is not a good representation of craft update?
That's crazy. Liz drops.
It's just like we got that close to the game just being flat out deleted if they won.
Liz drops patch notes buffing craft. ANS brings 7 battleships in no craft.
Well, we know for a fact, like, the second that dropped, everyone was going to hop into the editor like we did and then just immediately start like cooking up
speculating
something.
Yeah.
We saw like the good stuff the next weekend.
I've seen a lot of stealth bombers is the big one I've seen that's pretty strong, because you just drop like missiles or bombs like on top of the enemy, and especially against OSP that has a really bad search radar, you do not detect them.
Yeah. Bombers just being masked by like shipboard jammers. I like seeing the interactions between like ships and craft increasing for that. So actually, Tasty had just joined for a second, then dipped out. But Tasty was doing a tech there with like it was a shuttle, or no, it was a Corvette, 2 jammers, and like stealth claymores, and they were really sneaky getting.
Wow,
close.
using the ships to cover the bombers. That's an interesting tactic.
Yeah, it's just because their radar return is so small that you can barely see them. I feel like the bombers are probably not going to get like their like health and stealth upgrades probably staying, because that messes with survival stuff. Like if they get the stealth coding right, that reduces the chance for the blast frags to land. So breadsticks
Yeah,
the
the stealth coding on not Barracudas, Claymores is
Claymores
is very strong, because it both it increases your strike effectiveness and also your survivability.
Yeah,
it's an
it's
all-in-one
all the best
upgrade,
bombers sucker punch people already. So if you just are able to cross open space under jamming cover, pretty nasty. I actually like. I'll give credit to Tasty for like the good fleet there. It's like you got the like expensive levy paid for the bomber premium, then the 2 escorting corvettes. I had thought of doing them with like Rains frigates before in Sarissas, but just this like the large SDM bay of like 20 of them, 2 jammers, and like you get a chat box. That's just a pretty useful asset to have on the board. Like period. It's air control and it's jamming. Like why aren't we running these?
Right. Yeah.
Seems to support jam vet. They are really scary as you only see them around 4K or so. Yeah, it's like 5 kilometers, I think, in the testing done. They figured out that's spotting distance.
Which
cool
is
stuff either way.
Which is like right on top of enemy PB range. Like that's just on top of the enemy. 3.5 on a Huntress. Goddamn. Okay.
That's
Pivot the Bloodhound.
5 kilometer for burn through. Okay. I assume. Okay, so it's worth noting that OSP does have some counters to jamming, in the sense that as long as you have early warning radar in ARC, you'll still see a bunch of cracks. But just can you do anything about that?
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah,
people talk also about the pinpoint, like being able to lock through jamming, which is
true.
I did some math on it. It's like it's kind of a problem in some cases, but it's also not. I know a bunch of people complained about like being able to pinpoint lock a beamstone through its jammer and stuff if you get a ping on it.
Well,
and they're like, oh yeah, just nerf the pinpoint. It's like,
those are the
everything.
That's the pros and cons of the pinpoint, right? It's got terrible range, but it's able to hold the lock really effectively through jamming. That's its trade-off.
Yeah. All right. we got a game going here. These teams look decent.
Fairly
All
balanced.
right.
I don't think we can
Tasty
balance them
Dragon,
any
Lemon 80
further.
Riser, Edge, Solace, Jar, and Noak. Okay. Seems decent. Remember Noak saying that they were halfway to Rear Admiral, and then I looked at my rank. I'm like, right, I've been like 90% of the way there for like months now. I just keep casting games instead of playing them.
Well, I am nowhere near Commodore yet, so.
Don't worry, we'll get you there in time.
Yippee. My promotion.
Chat, we will make her worse. We can rebuild her. Scroll chat down a little bit there. Still on the screen, but actually I could probably put chat over on the top left. I think that'll work fine. Yeah, there we go. Chat, you're gonna be on the top left today. Enjoy. We're cast it.
Hello
right,
everyone.
anyways.
We're on Arroyo.
So I didn't even prompt you. You just came out with that one.
Yeah, no,
Alright,
I'm
yeah.
just doing that now. Like, I'm completely stealing your bit.
Anyways, like Skipchan said, we are on Arroyo. 4 versus 4 in the public test branch. Team 1 ANS. Who we got, Scape?
We got Tasty Cookie, Dragon Bender, Adriser, and Lemon here.
All right, and for that orange team, OSP?
I'm doing both. Okay, Solus, Noek, Microsoft, and Jar.
All right, so squaring off on the Spooky Skull or Giant Donut, however you want to look at it. Trenches in this map we know are fun. Yeah. I don't really know if there's anything particular they have cooked up planned for this one, but we'll see how it goes.
It would
Hope to see
appear
more data on stealth claymores. Yeah, we were just talking about those, seeing if we can get some stuff there. Because again, craft upgradable now, so fun things there.
it would appear that Lemon has stolen HIMARS's cat fleet. I'm seeing Jonkler and Best Girl here.
Yep. We're at the point where we can recognize these ships
That's HIMARS's cat fleet. Any names I recognize from OSP? Doesn't look like it.
Edges I recognize.
By deployments, it looks
them.
like Jar's
Killer
running.
Queen, King Crimson. Yeah, okay, so that's Yoda reference there.
It looks like Jar's running the cat fleet based on their deployment positions.
Yep. Jar pretty good at doing some cap stuff. I love seeing like the mixed like styles of play. Like you get some people really good at missiling, some people like expert frontliners. You get the cap players who know how to be dirty rats till the late game, just sneaking onto points that you're not paying attention to. Anyways, Best Girl Beam Destroyer on the deploy screen
I'm
for
looking
me.
at CLs right now. Gun CLs with S3 backpack.
All right. Shall we go through the list? Because I'm seeing quite a few formations drop in from the OSP as well. Looks like Monitor Ball and maybe some Marauder goodness. Yeah, look like it.
Yeah,
All right, let's start
all
with AD Riser, shall we, in the blue?
We've got a double CL fleet, Cold Fire and Amber Soul. Gun CL, Frontline, Parallax on the other. Okay, there it is. And then the VLS-3 has S3H. I'm assuming those are anti-Acello S3H. That's typically what you see in the back of these Acellos.
Looking like it.
Or Voxels. What am I talking about? What is going on?
Like, what is the Voxel but a cello that's very thin?
And it's also being escorted by 2 Jam Cores. All right, pretty standard CL fleet. Dragon Bender has a Gun Axford, singular, up top. Looks like bow on, double Raider Whiplash, interruption on the back. And it looks like it's being escorted by 2 Rail Destroyers here. Yeah. These are
This is reminiscent of one of the starter fleets, actually. I like that a lot.
These are very well buffed destroyers here, and it looks like we have 19 SDMs on one of them, and 14 on the other. That is 23... No, that would be 33 SDMs, correct? Yeah. That's...
I'm just going to say it's a lot of SDMs, so
yeah,
good anti-fighter there.
Good amount of SDMs. We already have... Are those containers out? Oh,
those
geez,
are containers
out on the
munitions.
Quickly, Lemon's running the cap fleet. This is HIMARS's cap fleet. Jonkler, Best Girl, and then various cap assets. I think most of them are gun assets.
2 beam destroyers here. They got some SDMs on them. Skiff sniffers, what they're called. Cool. So, bit of that.
Submunition
Corvettes going towards D point.
containers.
Might get some munitions. Let's see, R2s, I'm guessing.
I'm assuming they'd
Yep,
be rockets.
R2s.
Yep. Looks like they stage at the chaff, or at least 2 of them do. 2 of them stage onto CC.
One hit, but no damage.
Yeah,
okay.
1 hit on the bottom. Looks like he clonks, does nothing. And then Tasty's running the carrier. Uh-oh.
Right.
Look at that thing's flight menu.
Let's take a...
Uh-oh.
Yep, it's this one. We were just talking about it. Yep, you want your stealth claymores. We're seeing the tech. Yep.
That's
2
all that
stealth
there
vets.
is.
One of them already taking rocket fire, but
Oh, it's just all stealth bombers, and Tasty unfortunately does lose one of these bomber escorts. No, not loses it. It's still up. Loses a blanket.
Tripled. Loses a jammer automatically. Main thruster goes out as tradition anytime a Corvette gets looked at.
The other
Right,
one's
let's
fine.
see. What was sending those boxes, huh? The container liner here from Noek. Just 4 banks of containery goodness on this thing. Anything fancy?
That is a long
Has
ass
hangers
name.
on it for spotting of pikes, I'm guessing. Yep, looks like a pair of pikes there. Good stuff. Where are these? EO targeting ball, as one would expect. Underside of the map. Yeah, just containers doing their job, testing the waters here, seeing what they can pick off here and there. More
Oh no, they got containers on the carrier. They got containers on the carrier.
Oh. Yep. Okay, once again, Tasty Cookie being punished for not bringing damage control on your
He's
ship.
got rapids.
Tasty, please, we've been over this.
They've got rapids, so they'll be able to repair
They have a
the
rapid
fires,
singular,
but
and they
that
have a hangar
carrier.
yeah.
Oh, 2 bombers. Well, that's 2 bombers down already. Unfortunately, there are 2 billion bombers on this thing, so it's fine.
Yeah. More rockets finding other stuff around the map, trying to do stuff. We haven't even gotten through the OSP. Let's
yeah,
go through this
Noek is
quick.
doing a good job of putting the pressure on ANS very early on.
Container players already doing the job. All right, Jar is the cap fleet. They're running a really interesting detachment on the outside.
Yeah,
of the
I'm
map.
looking at this
Looks
thing
like
right now. Warbler,
MMT,
Warbler shuttle with
Talisman
2
Dazzler
MMTs.
with a bulk mag and SDMs. Okay, interesting. And then lastly, a shuttle with that. Okay, so every flavor of ER
Yeah,
on
that's
these
a
things.
full that's a full soft kill formation there. That's pretty strong.
That's okay. There's 2 detachments
There's
of
2
this.
of these. Okay, whoa.
Huh.
I guess with OSP Catfleet you can just afford that, can't you? And then it
Yeah,
looks like
okay.
some various gun assets around the map and
Yeah,
a mine layer
2,
tug.
3
Okay.
basic shuttles, and then a mine layer tug to guard the trench. That's a really neat fleet there, actually.
That is. Not as much map presence as you get with full dispersed OSP Catfleet, but the formations that they have are super strong with that Omni soft kill setup.
Little risky with them getting as close to 80 riser over here with the Vauxhalls that are currently picking away at one of
That is
Edge's
true. Are these
shuttles.
spotted? They are. What is the range on that? That's about within 8 kilometers. Yep, the
Looks
Vauxhalls
like
pivot
jammer kicks on
jamming over
immediately.
to the enemies. I'm assuming they are. Yep, they're turning guns. They are engaging.
All right.
That
Edge
is not
running one of the frontliners there that might end up participating. Let's see. C-56s on both of these. Okay, so closer quarters expected. Rocket backpack. Edge notorious for having some fun backpacks on their Marauders.
Rocket backpack on liners is like actually strong though.
Yeah.
Especially on
this is
broadsiders.
interesting. Okay, so the jamming is turned off because Jar manages to get an offset here. We see a couple containers testing the water against the Vauxhalls over there, but the cold fire now starting to eat some shots as the bulk freighters finally pivot and get their shots in range.
It is at a very good angle to that 250, and that is 250 HE, not 250 AP, so it will resist most of that coming in. But
plasma shots too coming out from who's that? Solus.
Monitor Ball, yeah.
Quintet.
Solus is pushing up with Microsoft. Is this? Is this the
Quintet, they've got a
starter? Nope, this is
jamming
not the starter
escort.
monitor fleet because it has jamming.
Honestly, not bad fleet there. Just looking at it, like it's got a little mixture of everything. Just making use of the various holes, able to bring jammers and point defense on these. I think
Checkmate Squadron low. Triple Bomber Squadron gets engaged at point blank range by one of Jar's.
And that's gonna run right into Jar. Yep.
Yep.
Pavis is going burr. Okay.
These bombers are hard to detect, but so are those shuttles, as it just appears right on top of these bombers.
I'm a big fan of taking a shuttle like this and putting it right close to the rock there. Anything comes around the corner gets annihilated.
They're still attempting to maybe do something here. Being fired on by flak. Yeah. They are spotted. They might be trying to get low to maybe get a hit on the shuttle, potentially.
Microsoft is just trying to, like, maybe do the point defense dance here and possibly get in strike range.
Possibly.
Hard to say.
Microsoft does have another...
Oh no!
Oh,
so
they
Tasty got struck before, right? Tasty has no more hangars or large pads.
Oh, I didn't even see that. They got a follow-up strike on them. That had to be the CLN.
Yeah, CLN, they fished, they found, and they proceeded to punish.
That's 3K of fleet gone.
Yep. Is it bad that this is the second time I've seen this exact thing happen to Tasty on this map?
Well, maybe don't put your carrier in the obvious position.
It's like I know Tasty
Yeah.
plays containers as well. Like you fish for those spots. Don't park yourself there.
Yeah, so PSA, be very careful about where you put your backline assets, especially carriers or CLNs, because if you put them in very obvious spots, they will just get sniped.
Sundial gets a mixture of bombshell, flak, and grape sent towards it, and is going to be picked off on the bomb side of the map. Tasty rapidly just getting knocked out of this game. Still has some assets airborne, but not that much anymore.
Right. Jar, one of their
80
formations.
Risers doing
the
okay on the outside, picking off Jar's stuff here.
Yeah, on the
Voxel's
CD,
doing
on the
Voxel
CB
things.
side is being completely picked apart by these CLs. CLs being very potent against those light assets. The other formation rounding the corner for a depoke here, although Best Girl is watching the cap point.
Yeah.
Jonkler did get its
like
beam out momentarily on one of Edge's liners, but it was from range and it didn't hold it for long, so the liner's
I think that's a
fine.
losing fight. Not wanting to take that makes sense.
Yep.
Seeing more of these containers
Checkmate.
fishing for that back.
Checkmate's going for the CLN. It's engaging. Torpedoes out on the CLN
honestly,
in the
if
back.
they can get these torpedoes through and maybe knock out the CLN for a bit, this could actually even the odds a little bit.
Those are Act A-Rad. Does that CLN have its radar on? No, it has its radars off, but the torpedoes are still acquiring.
MCon, I think Valmem might have caught the... there we go.
They're going for the chaff, yeah.
All right. CLN does take some hits, direct fire here. Has 11 restores. Okay, so somebody has learned their lesson about getting their banks knocked out.
That is... Oh, that is like 20 billion large DC lockers. What are you... Interesting.
See, they've got
and unfortunately,
complex,
Ajax gets shot down. So yeah, those are... That was potentially all the bombers. Nope, Hunter Squadron is going up top with another bomber. It's low on fuel, though.
Low fuel, has torpedoes, just trying to find something. Sundial just gets pecked away at you. Yeah, so Carrier just gets completely deplaned as the backline asset for the ANS side. So they're essentially down a 3K. Tasty does still have their 2 jam vets, which is useful, but...
Still does have 2 AWACS as well up and searching.
Best Girl getting struck in the backfield here, potentially. Rockets close by, but just barely seduced by Chaff.
Those were Act, Wake, Hodge, if I remember the secret combo correctly. So the drives were not on Best Girl, and it survives.
Right. Heimar is saying hi, familiar ships. Yes, indeed. Cap Fleet exports going quite well here.
Heimar, someone stole your Cap Fleet.
Let's take a look at the board situation right now, okay?
Both teams very even
Dragon
on
Benders
points.
up top, right? Uncontested, moving towards C point here. Probably going to be able to get that. Edge and, who is it, Solus have grouped up down below the map. They are trying to push off AD Riser at the moment, but they don't really have that much in terms of like anything to threaten these Voxels. There's no 450 on the board for the OSP side, so they're not really worried about the high caliber rounds there. I think AD Riser just elects not to take this fight and then baits the enemy into a bad position, while Dragon Bender caps the top of the map and then starts applying pressure.
Hunter Squadron, the singular bomber that Tasty has left, is flanking over the top, going down towards the CLN here.
Is the CLN spotted yet?
CLN is not
just
detected.
Out of sight. 4-kilometer radars on these things.
Oh, shot down by flak.
Damn.
Youch.
Where was that flak even from?
Probably the shuttles by the looks of it. There was a lot in the area that had arc.
I think so, yeah. I guess T-20s just with flak rounds might have done that.
Container attempt out on the CLs here. The CLs are doing a really good job of staying mobile and avoiding incoming fire. That is the second ship in that formation from Jar to detonate due to the RPF fire.
Yeah.
No one
bloom going off.
There's a surprisingly low amount of high caliber guns this match. The only one is on this single Axford, which is just completely out of the fight, being up top here. The Axford's not going for the C point. It's going to get a crossfire on the monitors by the looks of it.
Interesting. Okay, triple time on target strike I'm watching here coming towards AD Riser. This is quite hard to deflect, especially as a voxel grouping like this.
One of them,
be very careful about this.
One of them, the one under A, might go wide behind, but it looks like the other two are set up to acquire.
I think you might be right on that. We'll see if the Seekers are in range to grab or not.
No,
looks like one of those gonna miss.
that one salvo is going to go wide. These
Home
others...
on gems in here somewhere, or ARADs.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. They will go out to the Corvette Escort, which is okay. The Voxel is largely going to be all right.
Oh, 2 hits, or sorry, 1 hit into the nose of that CL. Damages the aux steering, takes out an ammo elevator. No decoys on... Oh, yep, the Defenders clean
Alright.
that up. Okay. Yep.
Honestly, could have been a lot worse. Ammo
Fair
elevator
enough.
and the aux steering take a blow in the chin there. For a
That
triple time on target strike,
is
that is surprisingly, like, alive.
that is an acceptable loss for that. Looks like another container salvo trying to clean up the D point here for the cap attempt from Jar here. Jar has 4 assets trying to take this point here. But there are
Lemon
2
is,
beam
I think,
destroyers.
good with this.
Yeah, there are
right?
2 beam destroyers looking at
oh,
the
no.
D point here.
Some of those might catch Jonkler here, as these are set to kind of feather themselves out. They're fishing with this salvo, some of them splitting off in different directions, seeing what they can find.
That
Looks
is
like
true,
maybe
yeah.
1 or 2 will locate in stage with submunitions. Hard to say with the angling.
One of them
Potentially,
acquires...
that's going to be a strike. Good catch on the Jonkler there, as it's going to get clobbered by a whole bunch of those coming in from odd angles.
Takes out the
Dragonfly
drive
and
and
the
the
reactor.
reactor. Yeah, that's a mission killed destroyer. Can it chain restore?
Goes to
No,
show
it
the
can't.
power of fishing with like good container strikes there. coming from
Best
different
Girl
angles,
also
picking up the
takes a
strike.
hit. Best Girl's cord. No CIC. Oh, there's a
Ooh.
CSA reinforced left, so this ship is still functional, still can fire its beam, but that is a lot of damage. Noik
That's-
is
yeah,
just
it's-
wreaking havoc on ANS's support assets right now with the CLN.
Good container strike gaming going off here, just showing the value of having. Oh no, Tasty
Uh-oh.
unfortunately disconnecting their internet.
Who's
problem,
the
if I remember
who's the
correctly.
unfortunate person that got this carrier that no longer works? Dragonbender now has a non-functional
Dragonbender, speaking
CV.
of, well, they don't have to worry about that Corvette anymore. It's annihilated by the entirety of the enemy front line plus rocket strikes.
Rana rockets, yep, out. It should be worth mentioning that the carrier is trying to go for an A cap by the looks of it here. I mean, at this
Honestly,
point,
at this point,
might
if you
as
got
well.
nothing else to do with it, yeah.
The monitors
Still like 40 plus torpedoes and cluster bombs in the bulk mag of that thing, and it is 4.
The CLs have backed off quite significantly here, opening the range to all of OSP's frontline here. Yeah, they do not want to take the fight. I do not blame them. Using their superior
CCAP
speed
does
to
go
simply
through.
leave.
There's containers out towards it. Dragonbender inherited that ship and is gonna survive.
Takes
barely.
a couple hits. Nope, the
Never
second
mind.
strike takes it out. But the C point is in ANS's hands now.
Yep.
It is now on OSP to do a cap to make things even. Although,
Jar does have
Is
assets
this-
back there to resecure.
is this carrier gonna survive? The CIC
Honestly,
is
with
pointed.
the volume
the
tank,
CIC
this
is
thing might
pointed.
actually
Yeah,
survive.
that is a big drive, and the CIC is pointed away from the incoming fire.
Structure break is going to be
Structure
an issue
break.
there. Still has a little bit of beef left in it. Just needs to last
Uh-oh.
long enough to get through this cap.
CIC taking a lot of fire from the structure break.
CIC crippled.
I
Damage
don't
control
think this
team
thing
on
is going to
approach.
survive.
Might live
Nope.
long enough. No, there's going to be the snipe out just as I click off it.
And
Damn.
OSP sends in the counter cap with White Snake here
Edge
from
to point
Edge.
White Snake there. Alright.
Is there anything ANS has in the area to deny that? No. With the beam
no, destroyers
destroyers
were pulled off.
Yeah, the beam destroyers crippled and pulled back.
Ooh, missile strike going out here. The monitor ball's PD is being tested. There are those missiles you talked about.
Those were from
2
the,
HEI and 1 HEC-P.
Yep,
That's a
those
lot
are
of point
from
defense in this
the
area, but I don't think it's
CLs.
going to matter.
Takes out one of them.
Crippling. All right, so that's exactly what you expect
Axford-
from a backpack strike like
The
that.
Axford has poked over the top and is beginning to engage the monitors from the side here. That is a very bad angle for the monitors, although Dragonbender putting fire into the already dead one that just got missile struck.
I think they called their shot, decided that's their priority target. Take one out, retask now as they realize they've annihilated it.
Yep.
Should see them.
They are
pick another one.
retasking. They're retasking onto... Whoa, this one is pushed way out of position from the main group.
Falling behind for some reason or other there is going to be picked off
I'm
and
assuming
isolated.
it was likely detached to get a flank on the voxels and just never brought back into formation.
Looks like it might have suffered a thruster damage there earlier and lost out that way. Either way, Monitor's starting to take a lot of punishment here. Microsoft Edgelord is going to take the A cap. Jar is on standby for the C recap potentially, but has not been deploying their attention focused instead on trying to aggress onto the D point with their multi-mission trio over
The
here.
CLs commit
Oh, boy.
onto the monitor simultaneously with the Axford here. 250 AP is going to start chewing up the front of this thing quite rapidly, actually. CLs, it always surprises me how much 250 AP actually does to monitors. Like, it
250
does...
AP in general is just a very damaging caliber. Normally, AP rounds typically have a lot less damage. I believe it's 80 damage to the 250 HE and only a reduction down to 70 damage for the 250 AP.
Whoa,
it is
hang on.
quite fierce when it hits.
All these monitors have basic CICs and no backup.
Uh, Honestly, depending on location, I
Huh.
can understand it. Trying to stretch that budget can get a little thin, especially including the tug along with. So sometimes with a monitor ball like this, you decide to go a little cheaper. Basic CIC in that slot is very secure.
Right.
Said they are also missing like something such as the damage control complex you often see. So
CLs are
definitely
starting
getting
to
what you pay for.
take. CLs are starting to take quite a lot of return fire here. Cold fire losing most of the top air. That is a reactor
Reactor
detonation.
bloom. That I think catches most of the
One,
monitor.
potentially
Some of
two.
them.
It catches one for sure that was already pretty significantly damaged. It catches the liners as well. Another
Another
reactor bloom
bloom over
from
on the A
A
point.
as the carrier detonates on the cap ship that Edge sent to take the point.
80 riser potentially getting time on target struck here. Cold fire is vulnerable.
It's
It's drifting right
isolated.
now as
A
it gets
lot of its
pinned down.
defenders have been knocked out by the monitors.
Defender's doing pretty good on the one aspect, but the other
The
one I
other
don't think they
ones,
have it.
they're
No,
knocked
defender there
out.
is
The
knocked
top side,
out.
they're knocked
Out
out.
of
Oh,
fuel at the last second. No, you hate to see it.
unfortunate
Glitter bomb
for
ahoy on another strike coming in here now. To be able to knock out some of these. Defender is pretty darn good, but is it good enough? Just need one. Last
no,
second
yep,
snipes at all of them. These Voxels have put in work with their point defense today.
indeed. The monitors and the liners pulling back here, realizing that they can't really fight in that crossfire all too well. They're pulling back to get out of range of the Axford by the looks of it. The Axford is pushing down, however, to maintain its angle to That's
I think Axford,
CLN.
honestly, with this push, there's not really that much to contest in Axford at this state.
No.
If we take a look at the monitor ball,
The
many of them
monitors
have been
are
degraded.
the
There's only
monitors are
two
what they
functioning plasma
needed
guns.
to get through that Axford armor, and with the monitors pretty chewed up, that 250 alone isn't really going to be able to deal with that Axford.
Take a look at Noack. They still have quite a few containers left in their banks. The question is, will they be able to punch out that Axford? Because that Axford now, with its railgun support, that is brutally effective. The dual rail destroyers are really good at crippling ships, and then the 450 able to punish those
What
things after
did-
they've had their damage control attacks.
Uh-oh, it appears that Jara has forgotten to rebuild their tugs here. These tugs, I didn't even look at these. That's a bulk mag in one of the big slots in the middle. These tugs are built
Yep.
for main.
Happens to the best of us.
Interesting.
But speaking of Jar, B point is being capped as the sneaky rat makes their way onto this area. Going to be trying to secure that. C point was also resecured.
There is a capper in the area, but it's just sitting there menacingly, doing absolutely nothing. That thing has a lot of
Lemon
gun power.
occupied by other stuff.
That is 2 Mark 62s. That is a lot of gun output if this thing starts pivoting onto that capper.
Said it is currently taking fire and not set to free fire mode, so it's going to be just plinked away at there by Jar. I believe Lemon occupied in the backfield trying to deal with Jar's other aggression from their tug pairing there.
And also the E point as well. They have a capper on the E point trying to take the point as well from this mine layer that's been defanged. Although Sprem mines on the E point are going to prove a problem for Lemon.
Yeah.
Lemon
That
does
bulk mag up front,
pivot.
useful for getting those mines, but at the same time quite vulnerable here as we see just getting plinked away with the singular gun.
Lemon does start engaging on the B point here. The RPF fire from those 2 Mark 62s already out on this thing. Yeah, double Mark 62 does a lot of damage, doesn't it?
Yep. Double gun, as it turns out, is pretty good. E point aggression, B point aggression, D point. Microsoft Edgeloid is trying, but runs into one of Lemon's ships and is going to get pecked away at there as well. Multi-mission tug pairs trying to push up. Best Girl is nearby, but I don't think has track or is not being issued fire order. Nope, never mind. It's got the beam going on target now.
And
80 risers taking their seal
missiles...
across the top of the map to clean up things.
And MT missiles
Container strike
out
going towards
on
the
Best
Axford.
Girl. Oh, that is also something that can deal with the Axford, but we will see if these get through. Looks like they're going for... Nope, they're going for the CL again.
CL takes it and tanks it. Destroyers escorting, doing quite well. This container liner kind of out in the open, potentially as like a decoy.
It pushed out forward to get out of range of those bomber strikes that were coming over the top of the map and kind of got caught out in the middle there. It is also, looks like, very low on containers as well.
I think that they might just assume that it's out of its boxes and just presenting a false target. That or potentially is not in range of the 450. Hard to say at this
Best
stage.
Girl on the D point goes down. The D point is now very open for an OSP cap here.
Damn. Good strike there in the backfield, showing the value you can get with some of these assets paired up. I need to see more cap fleets running assets paired together, because for so long we've seen people run like singular things, like how much can I fit into like a single Corvette or a tug. And just the tech recently of like bringing along like just joint pairs like this is so cool to see.
Right. I think the play for ANS right now, ANS needs to start getting on cap points right now. They have a 4 cap against them, and while they are still ahead on points, that's going to add up really quickly. It looks like the CLs are already moving for C point here. Lemon needs to put the cap back on the B point. D point
already on route
D point
there.
is likely going to be lost to. Oh no, there are 2 gun corps. There are 3 gun corps still on the D point, so potentially
3 gun corps, bulk mag in the front of one of these tugs there. The other one is going to be reinforced. The bulk mag up front like that with the change to the compartments, something on a test server they've expanded with. This has made a lot more tugs susceptible. Just having to damage split across less components means that you hit certain breakpoints differently. So
oh, A point
100
going
mil
to
HE doing
ANS
its
as
job.
well. There was a capper on the A point that I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
No
ANS gonna
containers
walk
out
their
on
way
it.
on as Lemon's
Looks
free to
like
just kind of do Corvette micro.
the last of the
Container strike out
container
on the
strikes
destroyer.
go for the destroyer, and also looks like for the CL, or one of them, the damaged one. Oh no, it's the healthy one those containers are going for.
Is it healthy? I thought its beam was knocked out earlier. Oh no, the reactor was knocked out. Right.
That's
Okay,
the
more of these containers testing the CLs. Let's see if they get through or not. Earlier people had asked, did the Z prio issue come back? No, it did not. It's just PD prioritizes stuff within a certain arc. So if the decoys don't constantly shed, they will instead just basically go past the ship's threat arc. I believe it's anything that's like within a 10-degree approach cone or so.
all 4 defenders on Amber Soul in arc. Tear apart that
That's
container salvo.
beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, well, container liner here is starting to take a bit of a, I mean, I'd say it's taking a lot of damage, but it's gotten most of its strikes out, and it's got 10 restorers and 12 teams. It's just kind of a decoy meant to soak fire right now while the rest of the forces reposition themselves.
The monitor ball has been pretty much completely dismantled at this point, though.
Critical mass not there anymore. Solace does still have 2 of them, which is a threat to any light asset like this capper on A point once those bomb shells get going, but...
The A point's already secured for ANS, though.
Yeah. See, back on the D point, tugs are engaging, doing what they can, cleaning up shop here, picking up certain assets underneath the map. Yeah, gotta say this, despite like the early loss, like Tasty just getting container struck right out the gate and then basically knocked out, ANS has really pulled this back despite being down essentially 3,000.
ANS did a good job of, they lost their backline assets, but they did a really good job of limiting the effectiveness of OSP's backline asset. They're the CLs, or the primary frontline focus from that CLN, and they did a really good job of resisting the incoming container strikes. They did get a lot of good hits.
Dragon Bender over
on
here, hang on a second,
the,
it's getting plinked away at by this group of, what are these? Yeah, bulkers over here. It's like a little bit toasted. I think they got caught in
in the reactor blooms. The
interesting uneven spread on the cook there. I've never seen armor plating cooked that way before. Huh.
Yeah, interesting. I think their nose was closer to the detonation then.
Yes, so...
Yeah, wow.
Weird hitboxing.
You can really see it on Killer Queen, can't you? That is very
bizarre.
Yeah,
it's like...
The liners, I believe, are trying to rush down the Axford and get their rockets out. Dragon Bender, if they keep the range open, they should be able to win this fight. They are probably going to lose their destroyers, because that's
the destroyer's going to get lost, but here's the thing, right? Looking at both of these bulkers, one of them's already taken some decent hits there. King Crimson has got 7 fires going, bunch of damage components. They swapped over to Killer Queen now. If this Axford keeps its bow on, I don't think there's much that it's really worried about. 250 AP can plink away in the nose of this thing all day. Double Raiders and a Whiplash. It's going to dodge some of these shots.
The CLs are getting supporting fire from the top as well.
Ooh, yep. Seeing some missiles come out the bank here. This might skeletize another one of these 2 HEIs out. No Heck P, just saving that one, I think, for a rainy day.
For
or possibly used it
monitor,
earlier,
I'm assuming. How many do they have left? Empty.
Empty on one, empty, I think, on the other one as they fire off as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Collapsing strike now as Voxel's flank like they love to. This is going to go poorly for Killer Queen, as there is not enough point defense in range of hybrids.
Nope. One of the liners gets its magazine shot out, and oh, that's unfortunate. The one that got its magazine shot out is the one that was targeted by the missiles. The point defense doing absolutely nothing to stop those incoming missiles. You can see the turrets pivoting towards the missiles, but no ammo in those guns.
Dying and dying. Huh, what happened? Yeah, cry of surprise as I think Noik just knocked out there by something or other. Like they had a really good game plan, but then things kind of fell apart as the ANS honestly, credit to AD Riser. Really good voxel play on
No,
the
they're
front line
talking
there,
about
taking a good fight.
they lost their CLN to something. What
Um,
killed it? What killed this thing? Because it was
that's
like perfectly healthy and it went into cover
yeah.
from the. Did it's? No, it still got teams.
Did it get tech
That's.
peed or something?
I don't see. I'm looking at like maybe a friendly mine hit it because it had its comms off, but there are
I don't think
no
there was
missile hits
mines
on this thing.
there.
I
Huh.
don't. Not
It
entirely sure what killed
Voxel Hex P
him.
maybe somewhere? I don't know. It doesn't look like
There's
there's a
no,
Hex P
yeah, there's no
blowout.
like Heck P or other missile hits on that thing. Like I don't.
Yeah, midsection's just completely gutted there. Weird. Huh.
Like it was taking fire, but because of all of its reinforcements, it was still doing like pretty okay. I
Is it
looked
structure
away.
broken? No, it's not structure broken.
I'm
That's weird.
confused. I'm
Shot.
confused
Yeah.
because I don't think anything was shooting at it for like a good 5 minutes there because the Axfords and CLs pivoted to these liners.
CIC has all the stuff you'd expect. Weird. I don't know.
That is
Mysteries for another day.
curious. No restores. Yeah, its entire core is gutted. Look, that really does look like an HEKP strike, but I do not see any HEKP enter exit wounds on this thing.
Yeah, like the only thing I could imagine is like a Heck piece somehow found its way into this thing and just
Yeah,
like,
this thing had
that
12
center
this thing had 12 teams and like 10 restores the last time I looked, so I don't really know what happened to it. Anyway, Lemon's gun core is doing an excellent job on the D point here. This shows you how powerful gun corvettes can be, especially in the late game here. Completely outgunning all of the ships that Jar is sending to try and take the D point here. They've already severely damaged one of the MMTs. The other one is also pretty wounded.
Yeah, just the lack of survival, like as we saw back here, lack of survivability on some of these lighter OSP assets really kind of coming out to play as we see Jar just effectively still not crippled on those singular T-20 shuttles, just the pair of corvettes going to town with Mark 62s. Even now we see the tugs, while they are not exactly dead, they're still fully redded out, combat ineffective. I think that changed with just the stack of modules in the front there, making a really big difference about just how damage is soaked.
Two gun corvettes completely outgun 2 MMTs and a gun shuttle here on the D point.
Yeah.
Very effective use of those ships from Lemon. And yeah, this shows you how powerful gun corvettes are, especially in the late game here. They are very potent
Sol's trying
assets.
to do work guarding that A point. Dragonbetter feeling pretty confident right now, pounding away Microsoft Edgeload here. That said, I think that ANS might need to step into the map a little bit here. It's 800 to 666. So if ANS holds a 2 cap, I believe they will still win this. But I feel like by this time, you'll realize these bulkers are on borrowed time. You got to get in the middle of the map, pick your next target, be moving on the way there already. CAD Riser already breaking off, headed towards that A point, trying to pick off probably the remains of this monitor fleet that's limping away towards D side, trying to pick off those corvettes.
Right, that is 2. These monitors are completely healthy, so still will put up a bit of a fight, but against an Axford, 2 Railstones, and some CLs, those things are not lasting. They will, however, be a decisive factor on the D point here. These gun cores will be absolutely... They won't be able to do anything against those if those monitors step on the point here.
We talked previously about how the monitor is a very useful tool in a cap fleet. I think it's that kind of like guard duty, because a lot of people don't bring torpedoes in their corvettes. It is something you do need to get through this 48 centimeters of armor on a, well, brick of a ship that is the monitor. T-30 is already turning on target, C-90 as well with that bombshell. Great against light assets like this. Already seeing those 100 mil rounds find purchase into the, what's the DD from Lemon, it's called. See shortly to follow. Taking a look at this right now, OSP, Edge completely out of the game. Noak still barely alive with a nearly fuel depleted Pike, trying to do something. It is actually
taking out the AWACS. It takes out the AWACS.
So they do actually manage a complete kill on Tasty Cookie's fleet there before they eventually run out of fuel here in about, what, 40 seconds or so max.
The ANS team not understanding that this CLN is dead, still putting fire into it. Yeah, I still don't know, because it was healthy when ANS stopped paying attention to it to deal with the liners and monitors. I don't really know what killed it. I wish I was looking.
Jar electing to call GG there. Noak echoing as well. AD Riser. Yeah. Brilliant gameplay there from ANS on their comeback, taking the loss of their support role and the initial stages of the game just due to a good missile strike. Noek being relentless with those strikes the whole game, but still good point defense and positioning allows ANS to
Right.
survive through a good chunk of that. Eventually, they come back around and are able to pick a favorable fight there. 80 Riser holding that 2v1 long enough so the Dragon Bender could secure the top half of the map and rotate down. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Noik did insanely good picking off some of the cap assets there, but was unable to make a dent at all in any of ANS's frontliner sweeper assets like the CLs or Axfords, and they were just able to fight completely uncontested.
Noek asking what happened to your
I have no
honestly,
idea.
Noek, we don't know.
We
Like, we
were
took a look,
looking
we didn't see it.
looking at the engagement between the Axford and the liners, and then we looked back and it was magically dead. We're looking at it right now, like it was completely healthy when the Axford and CLs broke fire from it to engage the liners, and then it's just dead. We were looking for like, because we know that Jar deployed some mines early on. We were looking for maybe if it got hit by a friendly mine, but I'm not seeing any missile hits in this thing at all.
Yeah, we're gonna just ask, did 80 Riser heck be that thing? Because that's the only thing I could think like actually would have hit that. Another reactor.
There
80 did heck
is.
be it. There you go.
Ah, I see. There is it looks like that hole right there on one of the container banks. That looks like an HEKP hole. Could come in that end
Take
and
a
like
look.
right out the back.
I think it's so pockmarketed with holes, I can't tell.
On
not the
bank
usual blowout you
975.
expect,
On
but-
bank 975. It looks
Bank
like there's a very large impact here from like a missile or something. I bet that's probably it.
Bank are you even looking at? What?
If you're looking at the back of the CLN,
Oh, I
it's
see
top
what you mean.
forward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's right
Yeah,
most
potential
main
impact
bank.
there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Whoa, so
Yeah,
many
so
lots of
who
reactor
knows?
detonations to end off the game here. As
Yeah.
D point
This
does.
has just been blooms galore.
Yeah, D
D
point
point, the
does
mess
fall
of D
to.
point. Look at this right now. Just
Oh my gosh. D point does fall to OSP here. The monitor's making quick work of these gun corps. The gun corps have absolutely nothing that can actually deal with these monitors, so they just clean up house really quick. Axford
Nice wrap
is
up there.
hard burning towards the D point to make sure that the monitors don't get away with that, though.
I feel like the Axford maybe played a little passively, but at the same time, holding that top side of the map is important. I'd say Dragon Bender definitely could have gotten a little more aggressive, push into the fight a bit sooner, but at the same time, 80 Riser just holding it down with the Voxel is really impressive because normally the Voxel fleet like that, taking a 2v1 in that regard, typically not something you want to do. But if you don't have those high caliber rounds like 450 or mass drivers to punish you, you can dodge dance all day at that
Yeah.
8-kilometer mark and drag your opponents forwards.
CLs did a really good job of staying alive against the front line and also the container strikes. We're just able to just consistently be there, providing support for the Axford, and also we're able to clean up some of Jar's cap assets and take some points.
Yeah.
Yeah, they completely gutted that formation over on the left side of the map here.
All right, that's
And
going to
that
be
is a
battle over as
battle
ANS
over,
hits
yep.
1,000 points. People asking, how's PTB? Balance change modular craft? Didn't really see too much of craft this game as Tasty
Yeah,
got super struck in the
Tasty-
early game, but
Tasty's carrier got sniped by the container liner at the very beginning of the match.
look at these CL numbers.
Holy
35K
shit,
and
okay.
28K. That is, yeah, let's buff CL, guys,
Yeah, you
right?
know-
It's totally need a buffs.
You know what they say, buff CL. Look at those numbers.
Dragon Bender inherits Tasty's fleet here. Tasty, I don't think really got to use any of their torpedo component. They brought along 60, and I think we saw they had 44 left in the ship. So, yeah, negligible on that.
Yep,
Dragon Bender himself, good Axford, rail support, nice.
Tasty brought all stealth bombers, but unfortunately, due to losing the carrier very early on, was unable to make pretty much any use of
one
those.
singular torpedo hit effect. Oof.
The the rail destroyers did super good damage too.
Rail destroyers, like, you don't see them that often, but I've been telling people, don't go for the full fleet. Just grab a pair of them like you see in Task Force Redwood. Put them on target. These things are really, really crippling against monitors, against Acellos. If you can get the angle on a bolt freighter, it's quite fierce as well.
Right.
Take a look at OSP side.
Jar
tried
kind
to
of
do some
picked
work there,
apart
but
on the cap fleet, unfortunately.
rough fight. Edge was doing okay. Kind of got their range bracket, but just 250 against Voxels at that distance. Really hard fight to take. Never got a chance to rocket backpack.
Solus
pulling in
did-
cool 30k.
Solus did pretty good with the two surviving monitors, but the other ones just got blown apart by the crossfire pretty early on.
Yeah. I think the problem here was OSP really committed for kind of that like close range fisticuff style using 250 bulkers and then the monitor blob, but ANS just never gave them that fight, played the range game spectacularly, dragged the enemy out, hit them with a good coordinated strike there. And you just even despite losing their support play and like Noek put in some legwork with these container strikes, I just feel like they never were really playing on their own terms as ANS dragged them out and then tore them apart.
Right.
People asking, how does the Monitor compare to Marauder in tankiness? So the Marauder, its strength is mainly that it can put itself back together and survive so well thanks to its excellent damage control. The Monitor is a bit more, it's immune to small caliber rounds, and it's a very small target, so you can kind of hide it under jingling, and any rounds that do hit typically splash across the whole ship, so you can soak a lot that way. But
Right.
it's kind of a apples and oranges comparison. They're both tanky in their own right, but in different manners.
The Monitor is dense, and the Liner is big.
Yeah.
There's your one-word comparison on how they soak
There's the
damage.
elegant way of putting it.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Overall, good game, though. Let's queue up and get another
Yeah.
one. I'm going to run an intermission, and yeah.
That
Probably
was
killed like 7K.
very...
Yeah, Noak, good strikes all around there. All right, we're going to do ad break into Meowshin, like I said. So I'll be back in 3 minutes. Chance to get water and snacks and stuff. Chats. So we'll be right back. Meow, meow.
Alrighty. So, Winfleet review. Sunday. I'm planning on doing a regular stream again Sunday. Get those back going, so we'll probably do it then. For the co-streams with Neko, I think we just prefer to do, like, games and stuff, especially on PTB. If there's no PTB, we'll probably do, like, Fleet review together in the future if we keep doing these Wednesday streams. Looks like we've got... I see them all. I see all these people in DTSC's voice call. They're all here. And Tasty's back. Oh, Explosive Magunaman is a Commodore now. Nice. To myself. Damn it, they got Commodore before I did. The problem is that I don't play this game regularly, right? Like, I play it a lot occasionally. I'm not Tethys, who's been... How long has Tethys been playing this game? Like, constantly, according to Steam? Oh, he closed the game. Yeah, but Tethys, I'll open up Discord and it'll be like, oh yeah, Tethys has been playing Nebu's Fleet Command for like the past 3 days because he never closes the program on his laptop. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Tethys. I see you there in chat. URI7 has less player spots than usual servers. That is true. With 8, 4, and 4, that is... Yeah, that's 16. We should be at the max capacity for this server, so no one else can join the actual lobby right now.
All right. I just got back. I heard something talking about player slots and stuff. I think
we are at
out
6.
Here?
Yeah, we're at 16 out of 16. No one else can join this.
Yeah, Okay, we got Spy
Yeah,
Eye
we
and
got.
Evolve. Ask, Evolve, do you want to play in this round? They're just kind of newer, so
Fair enough.
we can shuffle teams to make balance. Always want to encourage the newer faces and stuff to participate in these because we don't want just the same like gold stack by gold stack gameplay you get sometimes.
Right. I should also mention that DTSC is here. That's
Well,
that's all of
that
them.
surely won't go wrong. What is
Prone,
the decal from Sammy and Prone? Do you see
Prone,
that?
Lime, Saurus, Sammy, Tavi, and Zavix. Are they all here? Zavix is not here. I'm assuming Zavix is trying to get in, and that's what prompted the stuff in
We're
the chat
full, let
about
us in.
being at max. Actually, no, you're right. What is this badge? Is it like a dog? What is that?
I don't know. It reminds me of do you know a show called Viva Pinata? It was a game series or
No.
something for like the DS. It reminds me of a character from that, like one of the hedgehogs. So
I see. Okay.
oddly specific thing. All right. Do we want to have someone else tag in? I think Evolve might. Yeah, Evolve's gonna tag up for that one. All right. Dragon Bender, Explosive Mega Man, Spy Eye, and Hymar square off against Edge, Solace, Sammy, and Prone. Did we want to swap people out who had played last match? I feel like we should try and do some swaps and stuff.
Solus, Sammy, and Prone are in a voice call in DTSC along with Tavi and Lemon, I believe.
Just recall we had Solace and Edge in the last one there. Let's see. I don't want this to be like the DTSC coordinated stack takes on like everyone kind of deal because we've seen what happens with that gameplay before. It turns out
why does that always happen when we do this? DTSC comes in.
I think it's
because
they like teaming up and like doing their things. Yeah.
DTSC, stop playing this game. That's my decree. You should stop playing this game now. Let the other team actually have a chance. It's fine.
We got Octavia in here for ANS side. I think that'll probably be fine. We'll give them a run, and then we'll swap Edge and Solace out next round. We'll let people play, like, if nobody else wanted to hop in, we'll let them play too, and then kind of kick out for there, just make sure everyone gets a chance. We don't want to have, like, somebody permanently in the slot, you know?
Right.
Well, you want to see Heimer's cap fleet second time around? Open the server, stuff it can be stacked. We are trying to encourage people not to stack so much as it is. It's fun to see stack be stacked, don't get me wrong. But when you get like public versus like stack game, that's where it's like, okay, these people have played together. They have their comp, they have their plan loaded up. It's not a fair like basis versus the kind of what you call it, like chaotic fiesta that is like pub games. All right. Anyways, we're on Tombstone.
Yeah.
Escape, count us off.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm gonna keep doing that. It's so fun. We are here on Tombstones on PTB as we have a standard ANS v OSP game. Team 1 ANS, Team 2 OSP. On ANS we have Heimar's Explosive Minugam, I think. Megaman. The Spy Eye and Tavi. You taking T2 or am I doing that as well?
I'll do Team 2. OSP in the Orange Trunks, Prone to Madness, Solace, Semi-Classic Star Fox, and Microsoft Edgelord. I believe Team 2 is DTSC in a call. I think you said it was, right? Some of them?
3 of the 4 of them. Solace, Prone, and Sammy are in that call, and I believe Tavi is also in that call as well. They may have swapped teams to fix team comms, but anyway, I'm not seeing Best Girl. I'm not seeing Best Girl or Jonkler.
Interesting. Potentially some change-ups there.
Big Milk
exported their fleet.
Hymars is brought. I'm seeing Hymars bringing Big Milk. Here we go.
Infamous builds.
I have the circle. Right. I have. Oh, what is this? What is this? I saw the circle. Oh, it's a beam. What the fuck is this? I saw a circle. I saw a circle of 6 destroyers. And I'm like, oh, this is a rail array. And then I get, oh, it's 6 beamstones. What the fuck? From Explosive. Do you see this?
I am looking at that right now. That is a build, and I cannot be mad. Okay.
Dragon Vendor, stop talking.
The
Separatist Alliance is here. Is it actually Big Milk? Wait, this isn't Big Milk. That's Tavi's Expert. Holy shit, it's Big Milk.
right,
Oh
so
no! Oh
there is
no!
7
Okay.
beams on the board. Spy Eye has 8 beams on the board. Octavi has 9 beams. There is 9 beams on the board right now.
Jesus
What is
Christ.
this? Okay, wait, hang on a second. Do we have double Yub Axfords going out here?
Well, no, one of them's direct. Big Milk is direct, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still, Missile Axford with beam backup. Missile Strike already going out fishing for those deploy points. Mega Man 6 destroyers. What does Spy Eye have? I'm guessing just a bunch of Corvettes. Yeah.
One,
size 2
two,
vets.
3,
What?
4. Are they all size 2? How did they? Oh, there's some gun corps.
There's some that are gun. We got.
How
3...
did you fit
okay,
this?
so...
That's 10 ships with 2 beamstones. How did you?
Yeah.
That's a reinforced CIC. How did you
Singular
fit this? What do the
beamstone.
destroyers look like? Oh wait, no, it's a singular beamstone.
Yeah.
Ah,
One
that's
beamstone, 1 ablative A capper. I think it's 4 gun cappers and then 4 size 2s. Yeah, these are just okay. These are conventionals. That's why.
I see. Huh. Okay. Well,
Is this a Heck P size 2 in this thing? Okay.
is it a what?
I think that these players are clinically insane. Anyways, what's OSP
It
brought
says
against
Heck
it?
P. It says Heck P on the tin. Oh god, it's a Heck PS2. Oh no.
Okay,
Yub
Microsoft
is already
Edgelord
out.
Comes in with
Yub is already out from
250
Tavi
oh,
trying to
God.
destroy the cappers.
Okay, so yeah, missiles Ahoy going towards the points. They're gonna find some of them. Credible Threat does take a hit on the D point there.
It's fine.
A-caps are running towards each other. We see Spy Eye going in with 2 ships versus Prone to Madness is 1. Prone to Madness probably just gonna get beamerate as soon as this comes across the rock here. Let's go to the OSP fleet before it gets more silly.
All right,
Edge comes in with
Microsoft.
a missile bulker because they can.
2 missile bulkers because they can.
Yep. Prone to Madness has,
has the cap fleet,
multi-mission
looks like.
tugs.
Pretty standard looking cap fleet. I'm
Goalies.
seeing 3 MMTs, a goalie monitor, and then I'm assuming a bunch of gun cappers.
Yeah, just a standard kind of gun capper there. Some of them are missing PVs just for points.
But
Sammy Classic Star
still
Fox has
strong.
got 250 in plasma on the same bulkers, along with a backpack of fun toys.
Yeah, I've
New
seen this
sack
work.
boxes, hangers.
This is a badge. What is this? What is this badge? I don't understand.
This is the badge that faces 6 beamstones.
And then Solus has the.
I just need to have the thumbnail be like
Cellos.
just this face, and the other side is just like
click
6
on
beamstones.
just click on one of Sammy's liners, zoom in on the badge, and then that's the thumbnail.
Yep. Done.
A is
Rocket Shuttle going for a strike already on the C point, and it runs into yes, Flack.
6
I don't think those are getting through.
It was at this point that this shuttle knew it fucked up.
Uwu Zoomer has fired not all of its rockets. Actually, some discretion there as it's holding its salvo. Potentially, if it gets close enough, it might be able to get a strike through before PD kicks on. All right, what's the rest of the fleet? Sol is coming in with a semi-reasonable build of 450 Acellos operating dispersed, trying to do some of the kind of like general regular gaming. Magic missile strikes going for the back line for whatever that is.
That is Tavi's signature missile name. It's going for the It's going. Oh, I think it's going for the missile liner potentially.
Might find edge there actually with the Yub
Yeah,
Volker.
it's going to. It's going to pass right past.
A-cap might go through here, and Spy Eye. Spy Eye does hold long enough on the A point with 2 cappers.
Yeah, it's the point. Nice.
C-cap is contested, but the Uwu Zoomer down here is
What did you just
pretty
say?
badly by secondary batteries. Yeah.
What did you just
looks
say?
like
Why did we?
it's
Sammy?
literally it's what the fleet tag says.
Okay,
It says Uwu
Annie.
Zoomer. I'm not making this up.
Sammy's banned.
All right, Edge
Missile
is
strikes
getting struck
out
in the
on
backfield.
edges. Oh, they're attracted. The wake attracts them
actually-
into the monitor
Yeah.
and actually saves that liner from several
God damn it.
strikes.
Edge's
although,
first Yub Volker. It's called the Brood of Pyro.
are
of
you
course it
kidding
is.
me? Jesus Christ! Oh God. What's the other one called? Infinite Rock PD. Okay.
Yep. Ooh, these missile strikes actually doing some work against these tugs.
Yeah,
Takes out the
Tavi.
reactor
I
and
have
yard drive on one.
I have seen Tavi play this missile Axford before. It is very deadly at backline strikes.
Yeah. With 2 backline Axfords like that, that's pretty fierce. It's going to come down to, can the OSP withstand the storm of 2 of these missile builds?
Big Milk is not a backline Axford. Big Milk is a direct fire HEKP
Fair enough.
Acello remover.
Can the
Although,
two
Big
Acellos
Milk,
currently on the board operating
Big
disperse
Milk,
survive this?
Big Milk being targeted by the Infinite Rock
Microsoft Edge
PD,
trying
Rock
for it.
PDs,
Yeah, not
Infinite
getting
Rock
the roll
PD,
right.
Rock PDs. Yep, it looks like they got the salvos wrong. Only they're firing in groups of 4.
Probably. Oh, they might be testing the point defenses
Testing
here,
the
seeing if they can
PD,
trickle out
yeah.
some stuff there. That said, Hekby are out currently, going towards that
Oh,
Acello
those
top
are
of the
the
map.
Acello
from
removers.
Solace.
Those are the Acello removers.
This, let's check angle. It's not quite the perfect like nose strike, but that's 6 deadly missiles keyed up exactly for this. We've seen this build skeletize Acellos before. Size 2s there. Yep.
Going for
Edge just
the
testing the waters of PD.
decoys. Yep. Yep, these... I could have sworn these had BSSJs on them to deal with the Acello PD, but... Interesting.
Looks like maybe not. Just self-screening jammer might do enough.
Oh, there's
Anyways,
the
missiles
decoys.
away.
Yeah, that's a dead Acello.
I don't think that's going to help. Nope. Anyways, that's the 1 in 10. Normally, this is a really bad idea shooting missiles at a build like this, but the Acello gets actually the ability to repair. It's saved by a singular reinforced CIC up, or no, reinforced locker up front.
HEI S3 strike out on Infinite Rock PD.
Infinite Rock PD, yeah.
Looks
They
like it's
might just
going
wanna
to... I think
dump-
those
or
are going
actually-
to Rock PD. Yeah, I think the liner gets
Yeah.
behind cover in time.
Good positioning of the liner here using the missile launch, like sort of like what do you call it, facings, where it's able to kind of poke its nose out a little bit, drop some
Right.
shots there.
Yeah, those are all going to Rock
The
PD.
Big Milk is
Unfortunate.
using up its active decoys there. It has 2 left, so potentially it gets a big strike through later.
Potentially.
Size 2s continue to fish around. Okay, let's take a look at the board. ANS has a 3 cap currently.
Taddy
They secured the 8
has
points.
HEKP 3, HEKP out on the wounded Acello to finish it off by the looks of it.
Might be enough.
That
so look at the
Acello
board
is
state.
still-
ANS holding on to this right now. They've lost like 2 of the ships in the cap fleet. One was an ablative, expected. Sammy lost capper for YOLO run towards C point. Prone to Madness loses an A capper. In terms of actual dead stuff, Solus has gotten themselves hit pretty hard on this Acello. That's going to seduce into
Oh,
a shuttle
no.
nearby.
Oh,
the
no.
Zumi going to take it.
Well, that's certainly one way to kill a shuttle.
Yeah. I think that for the moment, as long as ANS is like not able to secure these kills, they might. I don't know. It just depends how many strikes that they have. Can they weather the storm here?
Right.
The
It
Big
should
Milk
be
does have
it
a
should
lot
be
of
worth
missiles, but-
mentioning that ANS does not have any 450 support to get the final blows on a lot of these ships that these missiles are going to wound.
Solus getting
2
struck at
more
the top of the map
HEKP
here.
out on the wounded one again. ANS trying their best to finish off the ship before it chain restores and gets back online.
Has managed to get its large lockers back up and
Its
used up those restores.
its
trying to get
Auroras
it.
are still mostly offline. One of them is
it's gonna
functional, but it's going to
Clear
go for the
a little
decoys.
bit, not enough,
Yeah,
unfortunately. No battle short. That's going to be rip.
that
Has
is.
1 restore left, still in the locker. Up.
It can still
How did it
chain
not use
restore. It
that?
can still chain restore the large and get 2, but that Acello
Yeah.
is not looking too good.
Cello,
Missile
more
strike out
missiles.
on Big Milk as Big Milk drops chaff. Are these are wake backup SAR H? Okay, the chaff should be enough to seduce most of these. Yeah, Edge is not microing the Illuminator, and those are gonna go for the chaff.
No, maybe they are. It's last second kick on there as they poke around the corner and go for it. Let's see. How much missile does Edge have in these? Okay, all of one type of missile. They've got 160 on each of these at least.
They're
So
cheap missiles, but still will be effective if they start hitting.
I think they're just trying to bleed them out of chaff and decoys and stuff, test the waters, make them nervous, and then once they've used up their active decoys and other stuff, they're just going to go for that strike. Ideally, you get your Illuminator to only catch part of the ship and avoid the chaff, but it's a little hard getting that cone just right.
Right. All
More of these magic
Tavi
missiles going after
needs
tugs over
to
here.
all ANS needs to do is just kind of hold, discourage OSP from pushing, and they just win over time. That long range missile supporting fire from Tavi and Big Milk is going to do a really good job of that. Tavi takes out another MMT here. Paint the Void is now down.
Spy Eyes combat pair working on their side of the map. Actually, they've got multiple combat pairs grouped up. Kind of liking this, actually. You get one of these with the gun grouping, then the other one's got the VLS-2 for a bin missile strike and a bullseye. That's actually really cool combat grouping.
Yep,
steal
Spy Eye
something like
knows. Yeah, Spy Eye knows that all they need to do is play defensively. They do not need to push right now, and they should be completely fine.
Shuttle gonna bloom. I don't believe any of the shuttles will bloom. Beams out from, was that Tavi?
Tavi
Missile
is
strike also
making
going
sure
towards
that they finish off that ship. Sammy takes takes one missile hit. That liner
struck
is...
to the plasma cannon. Mild inconvenience. It can repair through that. Those missiles going to swing and a miss mostly on it. Size 2 hybrids, not the biggest threat against a bulk freighter. They can largely just soak those hits.
What is the range to Tavi's Axford? Tavi's Axford is nearly within beam range. Yeah, Tavi's Axford is already pivoting its beam to fire.
I think it briefly was cleaning up one of the tugs earlier, but now it's gone for here.
More
Oops, some of the people requested as more of these go out.
Microsoft attempting to support Sammy here in that liner. Fires
okay, so Tavi
more
actually
of
getting
those.
shot up a little bit here. Take a look at the internals. There's not actually that much Axford for all of the like money invested into a 3K asset. 250 here. Beam is going to get in range. Couple missiles try the waters. Beam now actually rolling out of arc, or no, fired off, but just had only a little juice in it. Plasma and 250 going to try and get on target.
Plasma's going to start getting through. Tavi does have some more missiles coming in here.
Salva size
Doesn't
3,
look like those are going
zooming
to
off nowhere.
acquire the liner, unfortunately. Yeah, they staged too late.
Edge continues trickle firing in some of these size 2s. Are they just trying to fatigue all of the point defense ammo? That could be.
Point defense ammo
Actually,
or
Tavi
chaff.
only down to like 5k PD ammo. That's not a massive amount.
Yeah, a backline ship like that typically doesn't carry a whole lot of missile defense. It's not really
Okay,
meant to
another
push
big
up
missile
like
strike
this.
going towards Sammy here.
AMMs
People
fire off
requested-
from Sammy. Chaff
People
decoys
requested the
most
drown
of those.
sound, so
Oh,
during
jeez.
this, you're gonna just experience this.
What is going on?
Ground the cat
Anyway,
boy redeem. Anyways, Conclave is suffering
takes
crits
missile
there from a
hits
reactor.
as Big Milk gets some supporting fire with some HEI missiles. Tavi continuing to fire. These are HEKP missiles that staged... Oh, not too early. I thought they staged early on the chaff.
Yeah.
Those are HEK
Conclave's
missiles
suffering there,
out
but it's
into a structure
still
broken
alive
liner.
somehow through all of this.
Tavi's
Nobody's taking
Axford
heavy
is
damage.
taking surprisingly little damage. The
here
beams!
comes the time on target.
beams! The beams are out! The beams are out! This Acello's being cooked!
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh my god, the array. Yep, hi.
Cooked! Absolutely vaporized! As that Acello goes from perfectly healthy to non-existent real quickly. Beams now also going out into Brute of Pyrope. That is 6 goddamn beamstones at this range. Pyrope trying to get out these missiles, but unfortunately that liner loses command
No,
and thus loses
gone.
it Illuminator. And now additional missiles from Tavi come out to finish it off. This massive
That is
push has
brutal. Wow.
completely gutted to the Death Star's
Death Star is operational, right? Yep.
That massive push from A&S completely gutting a lot of OSP's counter push assets here. And without
Missile
without those
attempts
ships,
being fired towards the Big Milk, it largely
Big Milk
deflects
I
these.
believe
Damn.
is still fine, yeah. These are some HE frag? What? Excuse me? Why are HE frag S through H
those-
being fired
okay,
at this liner?
These
Can
are
we-
most likely meant for anti-bomber, and since there's no carrier on the board, they just thought, yeah, whatever, I'll just fire at incoming missiles. Why not?
An
Magic
MMT
missiles, more of them
and
going
a-
to
oh,
Sammy over
jeez.
here with the Conclave, is it is just relentlessly being missiled by everything on the board.
Sammy's other liner does get under the map, heading towards the C point here. It is detected, though, and it does look like, I'm assuming Spy's keystones are going to get in position to try and deal with that. Spy is also
Sammy might
going
actually
for the
find
D point
Spy
here.
I don't know. They are detected. By what, though? Is a good question. B-Cap going through his prone to madness does step onto it, but Spy Eye's nearby to secure that.
Looks like an A-cap is being attempted by the goalie monitor. Solus surrenders.
At this point, if
yeah,
you can
that's
get in range, yeah. Honestly, with both the Cellos knocked out, I don't really blame them. Just kind of tap out, go back to the editor. Reactor blooms there from number 1.
There's nothing.
Two.
Doesn't look like there's a lot to stop Tavi from just simply taking the E point here. there's an MMT and a shuttle, but none of that's going to really matter against this B Maxford. Missiles do go out into the MMT, it looks like, to make sure that the point is safe. Uh-oh, the drive's firing. These are Wake backup. Are these going to acquire the chaff or acquire...
Wake
nope,
secondary, not validators, so that's just going to swing and miss there. Octavi looks good to go into the point there. Question is there any sucker punches left, like rocket shuttles? I don't see any set up for this.
I don't think OSP has...
Yeah, that's gonna
I don't really think OSP has anything to burn through the meats that ANS still has. 6 beamstones denying the A point. With the help of Big Milk, it puts a missile into the capper for good luck. Also, Tavi also sends
so that's how you get rid of monitors.
Yep.
Anyways, beams ahoy.
Yep.
That is how many beams that just fired on this? 7 beams, I think.
All of them.
A couple missiles do actually get out from MMT and will actually impact Tabby.
One hit knocks out the beam, which means that this MMT is still technically safe. It is jamming and withdrawing, but I don't
might get a second salvo out here. Does it have more ammo? It
all
does
the
have
Expert
more
needs
size
to all the Expert needs to do is just sit on the point, and there's nothing the MMT can really do, even if it does get some hits.
I think ANS just kind of winning this on the back of like really good missile strikes that they got through, had their plan cooked from the lobby, decided, yep, we're gonna just strike you with this style.
The MMT...
Exposed to Megaman positioning themselves well, removing 2 capital ships with like a quick pull the trigger there.
The MMT and the Edge's remaining...
That MMT's eating Heckby in a second, I think.
Other one.
Maybe.
On
No,
D-point.
swing and a miss on 2. One of them might find its way in. Oh, yep, that'll do it.
I was looking at the D point. Edge's remaining missile liner and this MMT completely deny Spy's attempt to flank around to get the D point there. Their ships are severely damaged and falling back. Sammy engaging the Keystone on the C point here. The Keystone's facing the wrong direction. Looks like Explosive is pivoting back with their 6 beamstones to try and defend the C point here against that
So when you said engaging the
Keystones,
Keystones, I did try and guess which of the 7 it was.
Sorry, the Keystone. The singular Keystone. That should narrow it down.
Peter, the Keystone is here. Yeah, Spy Eye does get lit up pretty bad there by the 250. Bit of plasma for good measure. If there's 100 mil, I think they could chew through, no problem. Yeah, they got 220s on this thing. Honestly, OSP brought a decently regular comp. ANS just came in with the Beam Fiesta double missile Axfords. But I don't even know what I would do against that with a game like this. It's like, you look at OSP comp, it's like pretty normal.
That
you get
is...
like Sammy with kind of plasma 250, and then you get the Acellos.
Yeah, that is
the hard counter to the Acellos.
That is an HEKPS2. That's what it is.
It most certainly is. And intercepted by AMAMs. Lovely.
Yep.
I don't... Maybe... Okay. So, Heckby size 2, maybe it's got enough pen and velocity and stuff that, like, against the tug, it knocks out the front?
Big Milk still has missiles to send, by the way. It just sent a salvo of S3 HEI at
might get hit by these.
Those are Command A-Rad. There is a Warbler on this this liner, but it has an A-Rad backup, so those should still get through.
Yeah, flying straight and true right in. Honestly, for the strike, not as bad as I expected. Still pretty bad. Does take a lot of these essentials offline, but this is recoverable. Where's the second run?
The beamstones, it should be mentioned that the 6 beamstones are rapidly approaching that liner's position as well.
That's just gotta become a thing, isn't it? 6 beamstones are rapidly approaching your location. Waiting for these things to get in combat range, flick battle short. You know they're just gonna hold down the trigger. Yep, there you go. 6 beams on target. So I feel like we're playing free space now all of a sudden, you know? Just... goes the beams. Yep, the Integrum is not there anymore.
Dead liner reaction. Holy
yeah, live
shit.
liner reaction, not anymore.
POV, you were Alderaan.
Beam sound is exactly the same as free space 2. Yep, I recall List had mentioned at one point that they played or were a fan of free space. So good to see the old callbacks there.
Witness the firepower of this fully armed and operational beamstone swarm.
Yep. Who's it? High Score Wishes Task Force Ash was this. Just double the beamstone count. It's easy. So,
Big Milk
okay.
is maybe trying to deal with Microsoft's remaining liner.
Microsoft
Heimars
is
says
trying to get
oops.
missiles out here. I think they've just not gotten a strike through all game with these size 2s.
Oh, Heimars accidentally fires a command-guided HEKP S2 at a tugboat at range.
Okay. Size 2's actually doing some damage against the Corvettes. I think that's the only thing they've actually got hits through. Edge with the double missile bulker just not able to get the strikes in all game. Unfortunately, targets they don't really want to go after.
Good chaff on the Axfords, yeah. Just completely neutered these
Steady
sorry
chaff, good
strikes.
PD, good positioning. No front lines torn them open or degraded PD for the strike to follow through on. Yeah. Meow. Yeah, we're putting the ow in meow for this game. Heckpy strike here, size 3 hybrid going out against a tug. Probably just going to kill it off flat out, right? Unless AMM actually works. Let's find out. Does it hit decoy? Yes, it does. And black goes your front stack.
Removed.
Yep. Yeah, meat tug is an issue, guys. Meat tug's a real problem. Have you tried applying a missile?
Well, it's very much not a problem anymore with the changes to tugs.
Yeah, the rearranged front side, much better. Nice. Edge tries for a strike here against the Big Milk. Bit of futility at this point, but at the same time, if you can do it, might as well. I was really hoping to see these missile
Big
bolters
Milk.
get a hit out.
Yeah, they've just kind of been defeated by chaff.
No illumination on target either right now. That's unfortunate. Oh, kicked on the last second, but a little too late. Yeah, for those things to grab.
It's gonna acquire the chaff. Yeah, one of them going for the one hit.
Lands a hit. Mount Gyros and Rapid. I mean, it's not nothing. So, who am I kidding? At this point, I don't think there's much OSB can do to get back in the game. They're down to 4 ships at this time.
A mix counter battery from Big Milk by the looks of it out on Infinite Rock PD. The Infinite Rock PD nowhere near rocks. Nothing to save it now.
These are going to be Heck P down a mostly nose-facing. Okay, this is the big strike we're talking about. Let's see what they've got. Both
Big
sides
Milk.
just salvoing, seeing if they can hit it.
Big Milk is almost out of chaff. Fires the remaining chaff it has.
Knows this is probably going to be the end. Rock PD going to eat 2 Heck P strikes there. Takes out the Illuminator, meaning all this strike is now going to deflect. There you go.
It takes out the ship
And
itself.
it's dead.
It's dead. Big Milk gets the kill, defends the salvo, and kills this this shuttle as well.
Yep. Shuttle goes down. Is just prone to madness. Prone to madness throws in the towel. That's going to be game. ANS coming in, proving they are the missile and beam faction. So
yeah.
Well then.
Welcome to Beam and Missile Hell, says ANS.
Yeah.
As they bring 6 fucking beamstones and cook a Nacello in 2 seconds.
I mean, we knew beams were a little bit buffed on test servers, so I guess they wanted to try it.
You might as well.
Yeah.
The names of the destroyers. I didn't even notice. Now witness. Now
the power of this.
Now witness the firepower of this fully armed and operational battle station. Oh no, I didn't even notice.
You know, it makes sense.
Yep.
It just makes sense. Yep.
Both missile Axfords doing insane damage numbers, over 30k on both of them.
Big Milk is a refined build. They know what they're doing. Yep. Tabby's Axford as well. Just kind of a more size 2 focus. Yeah. 92 size 2 hybrids there just to clean up every shuttle and tug on the board.
The Death Star will be in range in now. Die.
You thought you could escape from playing Empire at War, but
Empire at War.
Little did you know.
Oh no, I'm back. I can't tab out of the application or else it crashes OBS.
Yeah.
I hate.
Unfortunate counterpicks there. Just dual Acello fleet like that. The Big Milk build from Heimars here. This thing is specifically keyed. Somebody spent the hours in the missile editor. They know the exact timings and positions. Just do this combo, execute this. The Acello dies. It's found and figured out. It takes a little while to figure it out yourself, but now the tech is out there. If you grab a copy of this, probably off the workshop, honestly.
Yeah, and yeah, the Beamstone's doing work as well. That second Acello from Solus just got vaporized.
Yeah. It's kind of just your flavor of death from this. Do you want to die to hybrids, or do you want to die to beams?
The beams did get a really good flank off there, though.
Yep.
against
Engineering
the
Tactician
Acello.
saying 3K asset does 34K damage, crazy numbers. Look, I'm just saying, I've seen people bring 3K assets. It's either 34K or 34 damage. There's not much in
Yep.
between, usually.
Yeah, I mean, they did good damage, but more importantly, they got kills when it mattered too. Like, Big Milk destroyed the Acellos in a lot of the front line, and Tavi was continuously sniping the Capper assets and MMTs from around the map.
A bit risky, I will say. If the missile builds had not carried as hard as they did, then I think OSP would have had the opportunity to kind of push there. They had a kind of more conventional style fleet set up.
ANS had no actual, like, meat or frontline.
Yeah.
I guess you could technically count the Axfords, I guess, but they're more backline and then the beam in an emergency push at the end sort of strat.
Yeah, they're not meant to be tanking like a whole bunch of 450 shots on the nose there.
ANS did get the 3 cap points initially, and so all they had to do was hold with what they had, and they did a really good job of doing that.
I'll point out the A-cap move they did. They put 2 ships on the point. Typically, you'll either send like I don't know, just like a very empty A-cap vessel, just kind of throw it away there, try and see if your opponent's keeping you honest. It's why people constantly have like a goalie device, like a beam destroyer or a 100 mil bulk or overwatching a neutral like that. ANS did the smart thing. They put themselves in an advantageous position by committing 2 corvettes. That allowed them to then play very kind of defensively because they didn't have to worry about pushing anywhere. They just set up their beams, overwatching areas, dumped missiles as they pleased, and then felt pretty good the whole game. So
right. Yeah, being forced
kind of one thing to another.
Being forced to push into this ANS team comp is absolute hell.
I think shock build might be the best description the Corbo it labeled there, where it's like it's very specifically tailored to be like it's direct engage, but it's not direct like gun engage. So I'd say it has its own vulnerabilities as well. Like you can suffer if you take like your own kind of like strike here, because again, it's a singular Axford, so there's only so much survivability in that.
Right.
Additionally, missiles are like the launchers themselves, not exactly the toughest components. So if a strike can get through, or you just get like unlucky one time and say like a rocket shuttle finds you at the right time, that rocket shuttle rushing C, if that had found the Axford, I think it could have done a little more. Like enough rockets to the flank would have at least messed up some things, even if it's a little bit to pen through.
Right, but unfortunately, it found 6 beamstones loaded.
6 fucking beamstones
loaded to hell
flak.
and back with flak and Mark 61s and just got annihilated. Yeah.
Double beam axe was a surprise. Didn't know we were running it since you joined ANS at the last second. Oh, well, wonderful. ANS didn't know what their comp was, and they won it anyways. Good job. All right. Destiny 2's missile backpack stuff. Yeah, there's some overlap there. All right. Back to Arroyo. Let's see, what maps have we not played yet today?
Yukon.
We did Arroyo, we did Tombstone. Do we want to do Yukon after that many beams? I don't know.
Okay, that is true. That is fair. We have enough for 5v5. Yeah, I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Nyx, Solar, Relas. What other? We could do Ruby Shelf Large, I suppose.
Ruby Shelf Large was kind of interesting last time. You know, I'm kind of feeling the Salar right now.
All right.
I don't know why. Just something makes me feel like I want a little bit of an icy thing.
Let's see what people in the lobby say to Solar.
Yep.
They say yes to Solar.
Yes. All right. Think of the 5v5 maps. Relas seems to be the best. I find Relas is good as long as the neutral, like, A-cap stays neutral. Otherwise, it turns into, how do we push this thing? And that gets a little awkward.
Relas also quickly turns into a Tasty No. No, what are you doing?
Tasty No.
Stop. Why are you voting for this? Your Relas also turns into a slideshow rather quickly if you have a large amount of ships on the board.
Mm-hmm. Ruby Shelf Large. Well, we do want to like specify because Ruby Shelf, there's both the small and large versions of it. The large is the 6-point version, versus the small is the 5-point.
Yeah,
I will once again give credit to Ruby Shelf. Sorry,
it's a good map.
Just one last thought here. But Ruby Shelf, it's one of the few unique point layouts with the kind of like from above Y-shaped layout where you've got a natural, you've got 3 neutrals, but the just arrangement of them is different than most other cap maps out there. So it's really nice seeing that like variety.
Shout out to Banana for making Ruby Shelf. I think that was a Banana map, right?
It was Banana. I remember them talking about it. Okay. We got 2 slots on team 2 if we want to get some people in here who haven't played.
Hey, we haven't played.
That is true.
We could just join into OSP
We do
if you
need to
want.
play more OSP stuff for you.
That is true.
So...
Yeah, no, I don't play OSP according to the videos I upload for some reason. I don't know how to explain it. The insane stuff happens like exclusively when I'm playing ANS. I don't understand.
Sounds right to me. All right, I'm gonna run ad break intermission and just grab my water because I need to refill it after drowning last game. So I'll be right back, and then we'll go. Meow meow.
Okay. All right, what do I play? I have the world's worst carrier. I can play the world's worst OSP carrier. And then absolutely throw because it's a really bad fleet. I could just run Lynx again. Lynx is solid. I like Lynx. Don't have a Cellos in the fleet, so I could run, play 3K J-Man. I'm not doing that. Channel your inner 3 cats. Oh no, S1 poker. Yeah, the S1 destroyers worked exceptionally well for 3 cats, in that last match. So, I don't know if I want to play S1. Doesn't the Bulker have, like, negative programming channels? What are your proc channels? Yeah, how do you... Can you even buff that? I don't think you can. Oh, fuck, you can. Okay. That's also 200 points. I don't... Huh. Consider S3 liner. You mean a Torp liner. 3K S1 Booker. That sounds like an awful fleet to bring. I mean, I got Lynx. I have this awful thing that I don't really like. I have a Zol, which is pretty good, but on 4v4 maps, or maybe it does good on Nyx, Zol. Also Phoenix, which could work. Although 250 on this map's not the strongest. I think if I want to do liners on this map, I go with 450 just due to the range brackets that I would be engaging at. Bring a 30k fleet and hope they don't notice. That would be called cheating, and I only do that when I'm not live on Twitch. Don't read into that statement.
What statement? Sorry, would you kindly repeat that as I just got back?
I read Leviathan's comment, just bring a 30k fleet and hope they don't notice the extra 0, and I'm like, because I wouldn't do that, because that would be called cheating, and I don't do that when I'm live on Twitch.
Suspicious.
Alright, so...
Anyways, so Escape's stream, oh no, has suddenly crashed. What
oh,
can we
no,
do?
that's crazy. I had boxes around all the enemy ships, and I could see them through walls. I'm using wall hacks on... Imagine cheating playing Nebulous Fleet Command. Like,
you know, okay, here's the thing, right? I think you could have somebody, like, even hacking. Like, you could have someone hack this game. It still won't make you good.
No, it won't. This is... Because this game is, pretty resistant to cheating, now that you mention it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's resistant by just being obtuse enough that, like, you have to actually understand Neb. It's like, okay, cool, you can see the entire map. You still won't have a damn clue what you're doing. Like, you might guess missile strikes, right? But
it's fine. I've been playing Valorant with Banana and crew recently, and I'm not really all that good at Valorant. I'm not the worst. I'm not the worst. I do good. But I hold my own in Valorant, but I've made some plays, man. I've made some plays.
See, are these plays in the room with us right now?
They're recorded on my computer. Yeah, if I ever want to upload another Valorant video, because the last one, the last one, like I average, it's typically like 1K view per Nebulous video, and then like somewhere in the realm of like 500 to 600 views for like a non-Nebulous video on my channel. And that Valorant
Okay.
video got like 50 views.
Yeah, I kind of feel that. That community's a little
flopped.
particular with their
Yeah,
spaceship
that
things.
one flopped. Oh, I'm sorry. I saw Jeremy in DTSC doing CS:GO, and I'm like, oh, I could do that.
And I haven't played CS:GO since like 2016. Oh.
Okay. What do we want to bring? Prone's
Well,
bringing.
Mark
Whoa,
Tabby's
what Prone
got.
is? Look at this, a Cello fleet
Okay.
from Prone. I'm seeing a carrier monitor, a rail Cello, and then
Ooh, that's why is it?
tech.
Um,
Oh, that's
so
no.
remember how I say that gold players and blue players had the exact same fleets?
Yeah. All right. That's a
Look
CV
like
now.
it.
Okay. I'm noticing.
Alright.
Is this two cap fleets? Tabby looks like they're doing the CLN half
Yep.
cap fleet. If you want to do to switch to like frontline or something. We had a bunch of 450 liners.
Honestly,
I don't know if you want to run.
yeah. You know what? I might just go broadsides with this. Do I have anything in public test builds actually? Goalie
I don't
Deca,
think
jam
PTB.
something.
I don't think PTB messed with liner
I have
builds.
my carrier. Could
Two
have our,
carriers.
prone. I don't know. I don't feel confident with my carrier gameplay, so.
2 carriers. Wow. Maybe 3 carriers will make us win.
Oh no.
No.
This is gonna go very poorly.
Yeah.
They've got 250s.
Give us 15K of carrier gaming. Can we? That seems awful. We have 4 more line holes in this fleet, which seems
I don't want to do that to Evolve over there. Evolve's kind of like newer. We're not gonna hit them that hard.
4 more line holes and a single fleet
Yeah.
comp seems like a big red flag and something that we're not supposed to do. So
yeah. Do I even have? So I had a broadside 450 fleet modernized somewhere.
I mean, I have a broadside 450 fleet if you want to run a Cellos
Okay.
or whatever. If you have a Cellos.
After seeing the Acello's last game, I'm not sure. Do I just run the blind fire? I might
Do you
run the
want to
blind
run
fire.
Discord Kitten Gaming Acellos? Here, I can send you Discord Kitten Gaming Acellos.
I do not want to run Discord Kitten Gaming Acellos. Thank
Oh,
you. I saw the Acello removers. Acellos would be good with our comp.
all right, yeah. Who wants to be? I can run Acellos if you're running broadside 450.
Yeah. These don't have radars in them because that's just the tech that I decided to be silly with. So,
Okay, I'll put Nacello next to your fleet.
Perfect. Discord Cat does not want to run Discord Kittens. No, I can't take care of kittens right now. Are you kidding me? I'm a single cat boy. What am I supposed to parent all? I've already got Twitch of children that I gotta take care of.
Twitch children.
So I had to hire babysitters. Easier to collect data when there's 1 to 2 carriers in each side. That is true. So, I mean, we got a carrier at least. Yeah.
This can just take your multiplayer access away.
That reminds me of which game was it? We were just like, yeah, these players never let them play multiplayer again.
Was that the BBs, the 7 BBs, or was that a different one?
Yeah, that was the 7 BB
Was that the 7
game.
BB
Just
ones?
like,
Yeah.
nope, you're out of here.
Yeah.
And honestly, deserved.
Let's remove their ability to put a BB hole in their fleet.
Yep. All right. I think just gonna do the steady thing I like to do, just 450 bulkers towards B point.
I'll
Feels
put
good most
in a
days.
Cello to go with you to help you out, and then I will send the other one up high, potentially, to look at A. We can generate crossfires.
You know, I continually regret the ability to read.
Why did you look at, oh,
I looked at all chat.
Okay, yep, it's right there in front of me. There it is. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You know that
all
mass
chat.
carriers is meta. Yeah, it's just that's the case with like any spam where it's like you get mass like anything, it gets kind of busted because the thing with carriers is you can consolidate a stupid amount of power into one space because how strikecraft mechanic works. So
Right.
yeah. Like that's the thing. It's like technically you can run cap fleet and then like 3 or 4 carriers and stuff. It's not exactly fun either, which is the big thing. So yeah, and it's like part of Neb is also just general rules of sportsmanship, where it's kind of like we asked not to have like oops all carrier spam as like politeness.
Yeah. Well, I think that I think you can win better with an actual comp than you can spam.
Yeah.
Although spam can work depending on what the enemy brings.
Yeah, because if you spam out like somebody and just completely kill them, it's like, okay, they don't get to play the game anymore. Is that meta? Yeah, it is. But then your group gets recognized, and then you don't get matches anymore.
Yeah.
Why
Hey,
it's
maybe this
important
is
in a close
maybe
community.
yeah. All these gold players complain that they can't get matches. Maybe it's because you play really annoying stuff and should stop being cringe. You ever think of that?
Yeah. Treating plays outlawing greater than 3K for games accepting for both sides agreed, more or less. Yeah, it's like kind of the honorary like house rules and stuff. I had the same thing with tabletop, where I knew some guys who would run like really annoying like tabletop armies to fight against, and so they just didn't get matches. And
Yep.
then they stopped doing that. How do I actually play
Wow,
this
you're
fleet
just
again?
top 10 things you don't want your ally player to say. Number 1. How do
That's probably fine.
how do I play this fleet again?
Trying to remember my loadouts and stuff. I just have to get the flight decks loaded. All right, there we are. Is this fleet good? Probably not. I mean, I took out like all the radars and stuff. Funny. Oh, I need another reactor in this. That's why. You know, more and more with like things like bulk freighters, I've just been putting like double reactor into pretty much all of my builds that I run regularly, because like the boosted reactor, or the like large reactor in general, I swear that thing gets sniped as often as the CR-75 on the battleship.
Hey, look, Neko's deploying their radar.
Yes. Give me a second, actually, while I have to go to speeds where I can actually put the radars up.
Send traffic.
Like a toad array.
Yep.
You have to deploy
One of
it.
the keybinds probably tops it, or I may have only brought one plasma. Do you remember the speed building tournament thing where there's, I forget who it was, but they
The
brought like only
stress
one
tourney?
round of rail ammo for like,
No, that was a different one.
yeah, it was not the all hands on deck. It was the one, it was a Blue Moon match, and they were like, oh yeah, I've got this. It's got to be great. Why are my guns not firing? Oh, right, ammo. Because they just had to speed build it, and they just didn't have any bullets.
Send traffic.
The stress tourney, the thing I remember most from the stress tourney was Flynn's play, where his team banned Pavisa. He banned like Pavisas on the enemy team, and then brought. No, he was playing against ANS. He banned defenders on ANS, and then he brought a fucking Torp voxel.
That's certainly something you can do. Yep.
A little bit evil. No, but I remember like
Yep.
all of the bans for the stress tourney were just like, fuck you, banned reactor. It was.
Yeah, it's like micro reactor isn't banned. It's like, okay, we're gonna ban your own small reactor, and just every ship didn't have power then.
You could just ban container bank launchers as well, like the big ones,
Yep.
and just make CLNs
The-
non-existent. That
the
stress tourney
consistent
was
thing
really
was,
funny. Hangars, I think, was the
It
big
was
one.
hangars, both the internal and the bank ones, and then we were just like, okay, strike rat backpacks only. And honestly, I hate to say it, but it was kind of good. It was actually really good.
Thing at A. What are you? Probably a capper. Kill it. Death
Curse
sentence.
of casting getting words swapped around. Yeah, happens to the best of us. All right, what are you? Hello, that is HIMARS is on caps.
Yep. Be advised.
It's
Be advised. Jonkler and Best Girl are in the area.
phrases you hear and you're just like, how does anyone understand this game?
Help, take us in. Bring us to a stop.
Neko, check audio, says Star in chat.
Oop, hang on a sec. Ah, stupid thing's glitching out again, isn't it? All right, flick that off and on again. That better? Yes. Thought I still have to fuss around, but I've just not had time to do audio things. Okay, crunchy fix. There we go.
Rocket
OBS issue
strike
solved.
on... Where the hell was that rocket strike even going?
Good question.
Send traffic.
All right. Are you designating? No.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Yeah, that one right there.
Or we're contesting B with the rat. Be
Rats.
advised, rat has been locked by something. Oh! We found the Jonkler.
I love how cursed these phrases are. Just trying to describe anything about this game to anyone.
There's a beamstone behind B point. I will signal warn
Yeah, if you got a
approximately.
ping somewhere.
It was far and out in the open, approximately there.
All right. I've learned just to not bother running strike craft anywhere near HIMARS's beam destroyers. Cause
Track
they can solve me.
7277, high isolated on the B point.
Are you? You're something real.
Conspector designate.
Give me a second. Where did I have anything?
We secured A.
Thank you. Yep, there's a pike. I'm going for that.
It is a pike. Okay.
It is a pike.
It's a pike.
In air quotes. It's a
pike.
sundial. Yeah.
I'm like, it's a pike. I'm like, wait, what faction are we playing as? What's going on?
Yeah.
Who are we?
Good question.
Are we the baddies?
I don't know. Surely the OSP was not the baddies, right?
Yeah, we're the good guys here.
Exactly.
All right, so
You can tell we're the good guys by the way that we are not the enemy. Yes.
Sammy is denying the A point. Okay, I was just gonna say, I'm like, we may have gotten the A point, but I'm only holding it with a cello at range. So,
Help, take us in.
Let's see if this works. Yeah, this thing is jammers. It's probably fine. You guys just go over here-ish. Cool.
wow, you're
Have
just going for that. He's
Yeah, might as
running.
well.
He's running.
He's not gonna escape me. Like, because like yeah, Pike is faster than Sundial, and 20 mil just kills this. So, yippee.
Detected on radar next to you, Neko. I think that's probably track 8216.
Sprinter there.
Or ACAP is being grabbed.
Yep. See, direct jammers out.
Got
this
it. Sprinter
direction, whatever.
lock. That's a dead sprinter. That's the wrong one.
Target locked.
Got it.
Solution locked in.
Let's hit that thing.
Reversing thrust.
Blocked by what?
We have an
Oh, you.
Axford. Track
so we do.
8216 is an Axford.
No.
Opening fire.
Free fire. Nope.
Neko, you just flew right in front of me, so if I am not liable
I'm
for
gonna be honest,
any-
Chief. I got so many tracks on my screen right now that I can't tell what's what. I'm just gonna shoot things, okay?
I am not liable for any friendly fire that comes from my Acellos. Holy shit, that
Yeah.
that was really close to hitting you. My top guns went over your ship and my bottom guns went under your ship.
Excellent. All right. Anyways, so you guys are locking me, are you? Cool. No, you
They
ain't.
got A. We didn't deny it in time, unfortunately.
All right.
Looks like they
Damn.
got rails looking at A as well, by the way.
Cool. Loading AP around, so this guy's gonna turn on me.
Locking back. target.
Damn you, beam PID. All right, Heimar's got a skill issue. Yippee!
We got B. It's good.
That thing is done. No, just RTB. Cool. All right.
I'm getting you sensor
Loading
track.
guns. You're doing your stuff there. This is all good.
Yep,
Yippee.
we're getting good fire into that
Be
Axford.
short there. You are a real something or other. Are you? Who's nearby? You. Show me what that thing is. Hi. He's trying. He's trying.
That thing is alive. Rail fire out onto my Acello. I'm gonna see if I can duck behind cover to avoid that behind the B point here. If you want missile defense, you're gonna have to stay close to me though, so just be advised.
Yeah, I'm not that worried about it. I'm just gonna keep shooting my guns. All right.
We've really
is
injured
that
this.
Foxhole in range?
We've injured this
That's a
Axford quite
250
significantly.
Is that?
That's
okay,
a
that's
250
got
CL,
120s on it.
250C. Whoa, okay, yeah, the thing is really close.
Yeah,
Swapping
it's a
fire to
weird
this.
combo
I'm
thing,
swapping fire to the CL because that thing is within the bullseye range.
Yeah, do it.
Missiles incoming.
Yep, I see him. Omnis on, radars off. Oh, right, I don't even have to MCon. This is why I did this build, right? Because I just kept forgetting to turn off my radars, so I didn't bother.
Missiles intercepted.
Thank you. I totally remember how to play this video game. Yes.
Good hits into the CL.
Oxford skiff's weird. Oxford's suffering. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot the CL with HE, and it's not gonna exist in a second or two here. Take a rail fire, but I don't really care.
The rails have swapped from... Oh, the rails have swapped to me.
And just actually, it probably makes the most sense.
Yep, I can get into cover here though pretty easily. I shouldn't be a
Dude.
problem. We're getting really good 450 fire into that CL. Nice.
Yep. What is that thing?
I've been target locked.
Attacking there. What are you? Where's somebody who's not doing anything? Oh, I just lost a skiff. Or did I? RTB? Nope, I lost a skiff somewhere. I don't know exactly how
Be
that
advised,
happened.
I am being jammed from below B. Low B. Likely
Noted.
beamstone in the area.
Yeah, there's something down there. Can't see what it is, though. Where are you? Are these real? You're real. There you are. That is
There,
the
got the
Jongleur
beamstone.
spotted. Yep. Anyways, so you can't hide now anymore. And, yeah, I'm just going to remove that. Because Beam Destroyer, go bye-bye.
Alright. I'm being jammed pretty heavily from a bunch of stuff here. I'm trying to get into cover so they break
Yep, just
jamming.
give me a second, and I'll deal with this immediate problem, and we'll go from there. Perfecting soft kill, just be stupid. That's all you gotta do. It's great.
Aye, hold on.
Surprise. It's an Ewar keystone. Okay. Interesting.
Interesting. That's what's jamming me out.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna
trying to
get closer and kill it. I think.
I'm just trying to get some 450 fire into it, because if I can get rid of that Ewar keystone, I think I can do a lot of good spotting for you.
Do it.
You
I'm
got
just gonna
good
advance,
hits.
honestly, 'cause
You got
I
good
got
hits into
nothing else to worry about.
Jongleur. You did not take out its beam. Jonkler's beam is still active.
Yeah, but it's wounded. I can see the smoke. No, it's off a different location. Never mind. All right, whatever.
They got so much jamming in here, I can't lock without illumination support.
Not to worry. I happen to have this thing called pikes that are unjammable.
Yep.
Because, yeah.
Fair and balanced.
Yep. Ow. Ow, this rail's hurt. Ow. Okay, fine. I'll actually go into cover, jerks. Yeah, Kitten Claws, get over here.
Take a second.
All we have to do is hold B, by the way. We've got the 3 cap on
Yeah.
them.
That thing, maximum firepower, I think I crippled.
The Ewar keystone is alarming. We got it. That's a kill.
You got it? Cool, thank you. Alright,
Jongleur is holding position. Jongleur is it's beating the bombers! HIMARS is doing it again!
yep, HIMARS does the thing.
Uh-oh. I think it ran out of juice.
Or health bar, one of them.
Axford pushing. High.
Yay. Thing doesn't hit it yet. No, what the fuck is that thing? You there. You. Perish Fiend. It's a missile nose on that. Okay, that's weird. Neat.
Be advised,
Also
Axford
looking at me.
pushing. Axford pushing with heavy jamming. I got illuminators out on it, but...
Yep, I see the Axford.
Missile
Going on it.
Keystone, 8171. Missile Keystone going A.
Would you just please put your tracks into text chat already? I swear, every time we play this, I can't click to anything.
No, well, if I start typing, I'm gonna get insulted by a Dragon Bender for how bad I am at typing, so I can't do that.
You know what? Understandable. Good reasons. Okay, once again, losing reactor power on this thing. Kitten Claws is suffering and just gonna go to ground. Fluffy Tails, make him suffer. Blink, 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 blink.
Standing by.
Just you, jammer this direction. There we go. Boop. That Voxel, anything? God damn it, not the drive. This might actually bloom me. I didn't think this was actually gonna bloom here.
Neko! Neko!
I completely did not think that was going to bloom.
Oh, God.
Anyways, sorry about your armor in a second. You didn't need that, right?
Alright. I'm blaming this on you.
Nuh-uh, there's no problems. We're fine. Those rails added up a lot more than I thought they would.
Just keep hitting the Axford.
We're
Yep.
being jammed.
Come back in here, Neko. Yeah, I don't know why. Color blooms. I didn't think it was going to bloom. Like, I looked at the timer. I'm like, yeah, that's like,
Aye, aye.
I'm fine on this thing. There ain't no sweat. Turns out there was a little sweat.
Send traffic.
A minor teensy bit.
Just a little bit.
Help. Take a
It's fine. Probably. Maybe not.
I have no reverse thrusters anymore.
You didn't need those.
Oh my gosh, you caused like 10. How many fires? You caused. Oh my god,
think
there's
that's me
so
causing
many.
the fires.
There's 16 debuffs.
I think it's the rails, because they've been railing us constantly. I think that's what actually caused
All right.
the
You know what?
changeover.
I'm not fighting this engagement anymore. I'm hiding behind a rock here and waiting for them to push into me because they have to, because we have the point.
Honestly, probably for the best, yeah.
Jonkler's trying to get
You?
around, but just keep tracking Jonkler.
Yeah, it's the rails. It's okay. Now I know what happened. They railed my drive constantly. That's how the crits were going. Because I looked at the timer. I'm like, yeah, I can fix that crit in time. They just kept providing new ones. Okay.
You know, though, the Wheelant locks are actually doing a pretty good job of dealing with the jamming, by the way. We're using the Wheelant tracks are giving us an idea on where things are.
Yep. All right, that thing's spotted there. Let's spot you and kill you, shall we? Boop. Yeah, the rail support with this has been nutty. Like, they've just got a pair of railstones back there, I'm pretty sure, just constantly salvoing us.
We lost track of the Jonkler.
I know it's down there still, but it's turning towards me, so I can't see it. Your RTB hanging out. So yeah, it's trying to jam me out right now, but like I still have secondary battery, so I'm good.
We're taking A as well. I'm covering A with a solo and Sammy's 250 liner, so we should be able to take the point.
Nice.
I might be able to get a crossfire on this axe for 2 in a moment.
Do it. Virgin is selling. No, my armor. I'm dead. Shad Marauder. Y'all have armor?
Fog of War 6679, the one that you're firing your 100 mil at, is killed.
It's dead. I see it. Yep. Confirm kill. Changing target.
Tavi just killed a levy in their backline.
Very good. I don't know what anyone else is doing this game. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't even know. I'm stuck on the A and B point, and I have no idea what the fuck is going on either.
Got rails near it? I don't know.
Send traffic.
You there? Yeah, you get up here. Go. Pass. All right, that thing is an annoyance that is going to suffer. Pew pew. Fire.
Enemy is jamming us.
I'm actually kind of curious. Is that a Railford? Or
Is it?
No, it's the 450.
No, it's 450.
Just with the rate of fire on the rails, like sometimes.
Send
Could be a rail Axford in the back more, but I think
Yeah,
it's... Oh, I found the best girl.
Oop. Did I just get torpedoed or hit that? Oops. Okay, so something hit that. Either I got HIMARS there and didn't see, or there's something else going on out there that I'm not aware of. Could be any.
It's still tracking me.
Different
Low.
Marauders when you fire RPF? Yeah, RPF is scary against those. Alright.
Lock target. Eyes on target.
What the hell is that thing?
Aye, aye.
Can you check what that is?
Getting
No,
a
you can't.
crossfire
Okay.
into 12 duns, by the way.
Standing by.
Damn.
Fire inbound.
Alright,
Aye, aye.
no idea where the best girl went.
Best girl is at A. We've been putting fire
Yeah,
into...
I was just looking at it over there. It's drifted over, and I think our allies have got that. Yeah, we're good there.
I'm trying to get a flank around on Jonkler here, or at least trying to
Okay,
put myself in a
there's
position
the
where if it...
rails. Finally.
Receiving.
What's that? There we are. Yeah, I did not realize just how much the constant blooms would add up, because I was like, oh yeah, I can take this, no problem, it's fine. Turns out it was not fine.
Yep, it's an Axford with 2 railstone escorts.
Send traffic.
Expert here? I can see it on visual, but I can't click it. That's rather annoying. Do you have anything on the pads? I can't tell. Okay, you're landing. Cool, whatever.
You're doing fine at B, right? If I'm doing some
Honestly,
weird
yeah.
shenaniganery
Like,
to...
the beam destroyer, I see it on visual, or I got a track on it anyways.
Standing by.
That's the keystone marker there. If you just want to flank over and shoot that thing
Yeah,
in the
I
face.
was trying to flank over to catch it if it tried to poke out and get us from the
Gotcha.
side.
Send traffic.
About there-ish. Launch another scout in a second.
They have an
go.
Axford. They have an Axford heading for the A point. We've got a 250 liner and
Yep.
me trying to deal with it. I don't know if we're gonna kill it in time before it takes the point, though.
All right.
Aye, aye. Full burn.
This thing's gonna be number. Whatever. I think I have another one taken off, right? Yeah, it's doing pretty flight. All right, cool. I have ships doing stuff and things. Yeah. Nice Vauxhall. Remove it. Yeah, I think I've still got offset, even though I'm RTBing. You should be able to kill that thing. I think, right? He's max range.
Okay, can my
Yeah,
450
you're
hit
taking,
the...
like,
Can my
no
450 hit the keystone, please? My ox steerings! Ah!
I'm surprised that thing has any health bar. Oh, there you go. Yeah, he's out of range. All yours. That deserves HE rounds. Or is that dead? It's not dead. More HE.
Reporting.
Today, Neko continues to skill issue all of his spaceships because he totally remembers how to play this game.
Aye, aye. Locking that target. Eyes on.
Whatever, jamming as well.
There is so much jamming coming from this area. Holy crap.
Target disabled.
That thing is annoying.
Yes, command.
Move it. Alright. Well, the good news is that they're winning the other lanes.
Yep.
Changing position.
We're doing pretty good in other spots, but the rails are becoming a problem. Can you chill with the rails?
Aye, aye. Full burn. Spiker detected.
Oh, did I lose my other one? Can't. Oh, that's a Sarissa brick. That's what that is. I was wondering what was getting me. Okay, yeah, hard evade.
Damage.
Oh,
DC team. Reporting.
you.
Opponent damage. DC team. Reporting.
Huh. What even is that track number?
Spiker detected. Aye, aye. Commander.
Neat.
Aye, aye.
Yeah, so the rails were kind of what made me bloom, just saying. Yeah.
Speaking of rails, I need to get you into cover immediately because you were just getting chewed up.
Report.
Heading to that
Let's
position.
see, this thing is going to cease existing in a moment. What even are you?
Power levels
You're a Reigns. Okay, missile Reigns over there. Cool. Yeah, Heartburn evade, because fair and balanced. Let's go. Anything else on the decks? Nope, that's what I got. All right, cool. Yay!
Huh. Okay, that's suboptimal.
Star, that's quote's gonna go somewhere, isn't it? Oh,
Stop
boy.
railing me.
Railer, I barely...
Please don't.
Oh, right, I don't have any... I need to get visual on the ship that I don't have visual on anymore, because I don't have a radar ship over here. Right, because all my
Alright,
skips
I need to
are
get
down.
my
Well, I know it's...
SLOs. I need to get my SLs into cover. They're taking a lot of fire right now.
Let's ship that one.
Acknowledge. Go ahead. Engaging.
Alright, whatever. Vauxhall's gonna suffer. Cool by me. Whee! Keep you. Oh, they are going for the B cap, are you? Okay. Don't mind if I do.
Waiting orders, Commander.
His dry, yeah, just chew him up.
Yeah, I've got 100 mil secondary batteries. They're not making that. Just step on the point with my Corvette escort or shuttle escort. I don't know the names of this game anymore. Whatever. Forwards. Hit the thrusters, you idiots! Just hold down the pedal. It's forwards. That's all you gotta do. There you go. Figure out how your thrusters work. Come on. You can do this. Flank speed on the point. Let's go. That expert's kind of annoying. This thing continues to evade. I can see it. Can't shoot it yet, though.
Okay. I have a thing on the point. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I'm working on it. It's just the awkwardness of the arc. There we go. Yeah, rotate your guns. Hit it. Alright, I step on the point. This thing dies in about 2 milliseconds or so. Or have my... Oh, all my main thrusters are shot out. That's why it's not working. That makes sense. I've been a real glue eater this game. I'm very happy to be here.
It's fine. I'm skill issuing as well.
Excellent. Alright, anyways.
Engines
Still
repaired.
flank, so we don't need to be there anymore. Hold lock on that thing. Yippee. right, get off my point. See you, little Ewar sprinter.
Go ahead.
We're not gonna be all that. Hey, star. Oh, Dragon Bender tapped out. List of Lena. Why does that name sound familiar?
Jonkler detected.
Moving.
Jonkler whereabouts? Where are we Jonklin, boys?
About G warning.
All right,
Or
copy
not.
that. Okay, well there goes my last airborne thingy.
Beam out on our B capper.
Yep.
Looks like it
One of
missed,
them,
though.
anyways. Missiles ahoy. Okay, I see that thing. Cool.
Yeah, we just got a good rocket strike into Jonkler.
Standing by.
Yeah, I should hold this. I think.
Execute.
We'll find out. Please don't snipe my drives.
Acknowledged.
Fire, fire, just fire. You have guns. Just shoot, just shoot. Its beam is knocked out. Come on. Get the rip. Light it up. Full broadside. 1 second. 2 seconds. God, the rails hurt. Oh, here comes the bombs. I think that might be it.
Yep.
Let's find out. Bombs away. Yep, and the guns kick on. Finally. Yeah, that thing's so done.
I got a
play your
crossfire
alarm
on it,
bells.
too, as well.
I heard alarms.
All right.
Yep, there we are. Target is
Yep, that's a
killed.
Jonkler kill.
Ready.
Reload.
Moving.
Okay, who is alive still?
I think it's mostly just that Railstone fleet with the Axford. I think that's the only one left.
Those rails have been really,
Yeah,
really
those
annoying in
rails
this
have been
game.
super
Like, credit to
effective
them.
against me.
Like, they caused me the reactor bloom because I just, like, completely misread. I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's like a crit. I have damage control teams. I can fix this. Nope.
Send
Load that, lock that. That should be good. Pinpoint is
not within
maybe?
effective range, Commander.
Yeah, it's on fire.
Range,
That's fine.
Commander.
Emotional support fire.
Moving to that
That
position.
is just gonna sit here like this. There we go.
We're standing by.
All right. Well, besides these not having radars,
Stop.
I think I'm fine.
Aye, aye.
Right? Maybe.
Do not
Don't
ask why the
CLN
CLN
is
is
capping.
capping E.
Don't worry
How
about
did it
right?
get there?
That's... You know, that's a good question, actually. How did that get there?
Not within effective
Aeon is dead? Yeah, Aeon's pretty dead. I think that's it. GG. Yep. Strategy worked.
Oh,
I can
don't-
play blue fleets, after all. Accurate blue play. Didn't call it my bloom, just sat there taking fire. Forgot to include radars. Null reference exception to cap us out. Excellent. Ooh, what? Corbeau with the... okay, they had the missile Sarissa bricks that shut down my stuff, I was wondering.
I see.
Dragon Bender on... Ooh, they did their bombing thing. I actually like that bomber build a lot. Evolve was... Were they rail? No.
Evolve was
Oh,
the CL and various destroyers. They had
Yeah.
the E-War destroyer and the missile
Okay.
destroyer.
All right, check that out. HIMARS
Was the
beams
cap
as expected.
fleet
Turbo
and-
had... Yep,
Yeah,
there we
those
go.
railstones are fucking deadly. Holy shit.
Yeah. I underestimated them. Yeah. Yeah, like, I've seen this archetype. I've run this similar thing. It's good. Redwood represent.
I'm not thrilled with the ANS frontline position. Yeah, you kind of just held a single point and with one of the Axfords, and it got kind of chewed up because it was close enough to get crossfired, and then the other one held back with the rails for a long time.
Yeah. No Chantos defending Sundial. Yeah, I was wondering about that too, because like I just threw a pike as Sundial and then it killed it, and I was trying to figure out why that worked.
You mean you threw a pike at a pike?
Yes, I did counter pike with pike. We're fencing fishes, if you will. A little bit of rail is good. Yeah, it's like 2 to 3 railstones. Like you can go either like triple railstone, like really cheap, or you can go like 2 built-up ones with energy regulators. And I feel like the 2 is just nicer. Like you just get the pairing there, and that's all you need. These even have secondary guns on them, just Mark 61s. Kind of respect it, like, as long as you got slot, right?
Right. Thank you for blooming on me, by the way. I did not need that armor.
You're welcome. See, I'm glad that I could strip you of whatever burdens are in your life. This lets you go faster because armor weighs a lot.
I'm sure it does.
How do you pronounce Orxello? That's your answer.
Or Kello.
Othello.
I've heard people genuinely call them Ocellos before.
Ah. Ocello.
Ocello, yeah.
All right. So my liner that was constantly taking railfire did like barely over like 5k. My other one just did 18k as expected. So yeah, it turns out rail crippling is really annoying.
Double liner moment. One of them dies immediately in a really funny way, and then the other one kills 3 bajillion
Everything
points
else.
worth of enemy stuff. Yeah.
It's like, great, you dealt with one. Now the other. All right. Up for another?
Sure. Ready up.
See, the thing is too, I'm used to playing cap plates, right? So to me, reactor blooms are just good things that happen. You just pass them off to your enemy and say, hey, this is your problem now.
This is your problem now.
Yeah.
As I lose all of my armor on the only ship on OSP that uses armor to resist incoming fire.
I mean, the monitor does too a little bit.
Monitor doesn't count because its armor plates are flat. That was a joke, by the
Need a
way.
sacrificial liner. Yeah, that's right. Hang on, where's that one cheese fleet that I conceptualized?
The pipe bomb?
Yes, pipe bomb in your mailbox. I can make a more economical pipe bomb by including a, actually, wait, here it is. Economical pipe bomb thoughts. You just go with a flathead because you can fit 3 jury reactors and a boosted or double sun drive on it.
Oh my god. The war crime
I'm almost
device.
admiral. You can tell because I'm completely insane with this.
Yeah, I'm almost admiral because you can tell because I'm completely insane. Full stop.
Yep. There you go. 3 jury-rigged reactors. You're gonna have to missile this thing or hit it hard enough that will get a crit. Damage control team, singular rapid. That way, at least one of them will cook off. Try it at home, I guess. Yeah, there's the recommendations of experienced players in this. Why do I tell people how to build in this game? Is how much? All right, yeah, flanks at 40. That's pretty good. Not as fast as the pipe bomb proper, but lost a shuttle to a chaff box explosion last game. Right, you can get like chaff box explosions for like chaff detonating for something.
I love it. I love it when my my missile launcher with nothing in it explodes and kills me. Incredible.
When we see the orange shells after being bloomed. Yeah, so we talked about this before. Like people really sleep on what RPF does to a ship once it's been reactor bloomed, because RPF in liners, like they're like, oh, it won't break the damage threshold. It's like, yeah, that's not what it's there for.
Spy,
it's there to
no.
roll a million crits and kill every personnel on board.
Spy, no, 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 we're not doing this. No, 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 no.
Hang
no,
on, what are we?
No, no.
Like, look, is oh dear.
Oh no, it's good. Trust. It worked. Yeah, it worked so well for 3 cats in that one video.
Yeah. So, I will refit that fleet slightly. Learned another reactor is actually worth it. Ooh. There we go. Now I can bloom twice as hard. Yeah, it saves points as well. Nice. What do I buy?
I thoroughly tested this in Blue Battlegrounds. It died with 3k damage. Amazing success. Excuse me?
Sounds right.
Oh, jeez.
Right, add RDCs, gun plots, reactors, rapid cradles, MLEs. Yeah, seems good-ish, maybe. More ammo for the flechette so it doesn't tell me that I'm out of bullets every time I use them.
Are we monitor maxing now?
We could be.
What is going on? Do I have any monitor fleets? I don't have any monitor fleets. I have to play Garnet.
Unfortunate.
Tragic.
Second. Added that reactor, right? I think. Yeah, okay. Reactor's there. What if I just made these into command AMMs instead? Oh, it puts me 20 over. Dang it.
Actually, you know what? I might.
Does Garnet have C56? No, I don't think it does, which is a bit of a fault. I'll actually.
Do I have the monitor cap fleet? I have the Meowgeno line, which is nearly 200 points.
Yes.
It's nearly
It's a cap
200
fleet.
points over. Hang on, I'm gonna go. Where's the monitor cap fleet?
just gonna add more ammo until I run out of space on this thing, because that's what my IQ tells me to do. Yeah.
I found it.
Excellent. 100 milli G. I'm just gonna randomly add ammo until it gives me a warning. Probably duplicate magazines. Yeah,
It's
okay,
the
so I'll do a little bit.
Grogcellos!
Excellent. There we go. Saved. Perfect. The blind fire fleet has been updated. I'm not gonna run it again though. It's time to get off my cursor.
Just, what? No. Oh, no.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that the fleets get worse the more I look at them.
Well, they
Yeah?
You make a point. I don't know. I think we can win. I'm gonna run ad break here just real quick. We won't go on intermission now. I'll just hang out here. Incentive to subscribble or whatever, I guess. Yeah, there you go. Money cats. I'm not doing this a coin. I'll be explicit about that, but all right. Come on, Heimars. You know you want to do it.
Tavi's heading out. See you around, Tavi.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out to Avignon on that. All right.
We need people.
We had people.
We had people.
People
Where
saw
did
what kind of
everyone
gameplay
go?
we were doing. People thought twice about coming out to these.
Where did everyone go?
Emma Elevator can buff T30, but not T81. Yeah, C56s on monitors are great because you get the rapid cradles to buff the C56, the T81, and the T30. So, Levy's switching to PTB. We got another one! Yeah!
Yippee.
What's my monitor fleet setup look like anyways? I have so many old fleets that I don't remember what I've put together. Monitor Quintet.
I have not
C90,
played a
C56s.
monitor fleet in a very long time. And has
This
been a
is
while.
the one without the jam shuttle, but I think it has Omni soft kill. No, I'm missing Dazzler in this. That's what I forgot.
I just realized that this fleet's messed up. Probably fix
There's a
this.
Dazzler in here.
Or
Your plasma. Can you afford Dazzler? No.
there we
Purple
go. I don't know
pinpoints.
why I set it up like this.
Reactor, plasma. What the heck is this setup? How did I do this?
There we go.
You're double Bellbird, right? That's
Also, I
frightening.
made small milk. What do you mean? Leviathan just said that they made small milk. Do I want to know? Is this cursed knowledge?
I mean, given the name, I think I'm Dazzler done. Civilian reactor. That says points as well. All right, Omni soft kill suite. Check. 10 points. Check. Anything I remember? Not really. More AMMs, because that's generally never bad. What? I put flares on this thing? I don't remember
There are
doing
like
that.
3 new things in your quotes channel from that last match alone.
Sounds about right. Let's take a look. What did the people quote me on for this one? Regrettability to read. Stop railing me. Glad to strip you. Yep, those were certainly words that exited my mouth hole.
Oh, I got my 200th follower on Twitch. Thank you, Petite.
Hey, congrats. Actually, as long as I'm here and we have peoples / shout out at Scape. There we are. Yes, shout outs to Scape. Okay, anyone in chat who is not following Scape, go do that right now.
Yippee.
We turned them into an anime girl. We can turn them into a popular one too.
Oh, jeez. Hello, Nokek. Thank you for the follow.
See, there you go.
strategic
Already getting
links.
another
There you
one.
go. 2 of them. I got
201.
2 in rapid succession.
2 followers, 202. Woo.
There's Firebird. Okay, I'm a little insulted that Firebird wasn't following me before, but okay.
Did they unfollow just to refollow?
They might have done that. Kaiten, welcome.
Pint of milk. Well, remember, okay, lore-wise, according to lists, it is a milk or be milked battle space. So
That is true, yes.
in fact, you forgot to follow for this long. Yeah, people sometimes forget to hit the button.
Hello,
That's why we
Adrice.
remind them.
Welcome in as well.
Yep. 80 riser. Oh shit! Competent voxel
80
player
riser?
here. We're in trouble. Do I actually want to run monitors? Do I want to run like combo? Might
I
be
suddenly
combo.
feel like the fleet I'm running might have a problem.
Oh.
Against 80 riser if they run CLs. It's time to suffer.
I think I might go DuckTales.
Can you explain what that means, or no?
Well, if you take a look at the fleet, it'll make sense.
I see. Okay.
More Admiral Anime Girl, no Neb. Well, they're offering a tuna can, so I mean,
Oh no.
Hang on, where's Star? We'll just hit Star with the hammer as well. Oh, Star's already anime, so. Oh, more Admiral Anime Girls 2 Neb. Okay, well, I mean, we've already got Vice Admiral Pyrope, so that's like, that counts as one.
Yeah.
Who else do I know runs anime stuff? Does Gamma Railgun? I think she does. Just Lost Leviathan quoted saying posting small milk. That's a yep. You know, actually, you know what? No, Levy, I'm putting that one on the Coast channel. There we go. For anyone also wondering about Quotes channels,
Yeah, Bone. Yeah,
I
we
have
can't
a
forget. We can't forget.
Discord
Bone
server, so you can check here.
We can't
Skip,
forget.
you also
Bone
have
does
yours,
run.
plug it.
I do. Or I could just not
Oh no.
do that.
No.
I don't have the
They've
commands.
redeemed Drown the Cat Boy. Well then.
Uh-oh. Someone help him. He's drowning.
Skip Discord when? Escape has a Discord. You got a link for that?
It's linked on my channel somewhere.
All right. Somebody grab the link from that one.
I mean, I can find it. Hang on.
Yep. Bone says one of your fleet badges is anime cowgirl lady. All right. Well, I mean, Bone's not an admiral yet, but okay, survivability onion. I think that's the Escapes Discord there. So go check that one out. Someone redeemed around it. You're pasting. Ah, right. The coffee pasta. Yeah. You know what? Star fire
Yep.
away.
I think that's my link. I don't really remember, if I'm being honest.
Actually, wait, hang on. Star, are you around right now? Because I could have you hop on this channel and narrate that. Echo, you're at work. Oh well, unfortunate. All right,
Yeah,
I'll
they're
read it
on.
up.
They're on listen only.
You
So we
solely
have to-
are responsible for this.
So
You
we-
think I took joy in drowning the cat boy, spending my tuna cans? You never added in this redeem. I never would have spent all I had. Me and you now. No distractions. No big sippies. No content.
Incredible.
So I guess I had to play Project Wingman on stream now, but.
Hello, Tavi and Nokek. Welcome in to the server. I'm going to say I have to clarify that.
Big sippy. All right, let's go.
Oh, another one. Okay, I should probably drink water too.
Yeah. Yeah. You could also play Nuclear Option on stream. I did think about that. I wanted to say that I'd get good enough that it was actually worth streaming rather than me just fighting with the controls and us discovering which buttons I don't have bound, as we found out last night.
Yeah, so default keybind for locking targets is the absolute worst. I do not know why they set it to that button, but, you know, escape dragging down another server. Yeah, this is the, it was, I accidentally converted, like, DTSC, and I've seen Maidneb pop up with Nuclear Option a couple times, and now Neko's server. And also another server. Oops.
Escape Chan, get in the fucking compass.
It's the Vortex, actually. That's where Escape Chain comes from. It's a skin in Nuclear Option that you can get download
it's the
on
Vortex.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
the Vortex skin, yeah.
Yeah. Which was really funny when the Neb community just randomly found that.
Yeah, I get it. It was funny. I was in school. I was in lab, just doing like a lab, and I get a ping on my phone, and I look at it, and it's fucking Dashor, and he's just like, "@ScapeGT, what is this?" And it's just a link to the Steam Workshop page. I don't know how the fuck Dashort found that, but you know. Also, I'm assuming Leviathan is that Liner's name Autogen? Because that's fucking incredible.
Wait, hang on. What's the? Hold on a minute. I'm just cycling through my tabs. Wait, where are we? Lost Levy. What do you got? Okay. Yep. That's that's something. All right.
Incredible Autogen. Thank you. Thank you,
I think.
Liz.
Yeah. I think constantly like there is a blacklist of names that aren't allowed to show up because like as I
Well,
understand, this merged like
Liz-
5 dictionaries together to make
Yeah,
the
Liz
names in
copied
this.
like the entire dictionary. By the way, if you look at Neb's game files, there are 2 word lists that exist in Neb's game files. One of them is the redacted word list, and the other one is the unredacted one, and the other one still has all those fun words that used to be part of the name
Yep.
generation thing.
And every day we find a new one that's like, well, gotta patch that one out.
There were some very colorful words that you could get in the Autogen names.
Yeah, it's like this is in the dictionary. This probably shouldn't be in the video game.
What do I actually want to bring on this map? We kind of like a half cat fleet with Leviathan's Torp tugs.
Yeah,
I'm thinking I bring like a cap support fleet.
I guess.
What do I have?
I'm thinking I just go up like the middle
exactly?
of the map and just kind of fight there because that's my like preferred fighting zone range
Because I really need to update Odin. Is it?
Oh wait, I see. We need a cap fleet, so let's get 9
okay.
monitors and.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No, 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 no! I'm thinking I'm just gonna go this and just play close cap support with them.
Fidette, I'm watching you in chat here. It's like, you know, you can change like settings of Discord servers and stuff, right? Yourself?
I don't. You have to. Yeah, wait. Set server default
Yeah, like you can
notifications
change
to
like
only
which
at.
pings you received. I
Is
don't
that
know.
something? Is that something I can change? I didn't know you could change that.
I didn't even know that was a thing. But you know what I do know is a thing, Scape.
Please don't. No, 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 no. I know what you're doing. No. Oh. Meow. I will continue
Server-side
to do
default
that.
you have to change. All right, well, we'll look into that at some point or other if that ends up being a thing. Yeah.
Interesting. I had no idea you set that as manual. I thought that was just auto
Yeah.
on at only. Huh.
Didn't even think it was a toggle.
Anyway, are we good to go with
Yes,
this?
make great fun play game, but no die this weekend.
What? Hello, Mr. Skaven. What are you doing here?
Just reading chat. Where is it? We had Fire Rat in here somewhere, didn't we? There you go.
I don't. Yeah, I had no idea that you had to
Changed my
set
defaults
that
too. Yeah,
in the
I
Discord. Huh. Well, I'll definitely look into that once the stream is over and get that fixed, because I know that is annoying, because I do that with all the servers I join, is I set it to at only, because it gets annoying.
There's no big in the gen adjectives apparently, so you can't get big milk. Interesting.
Sad.
Hmm. All right,
It's
well,
actually tragic.
Yes. Can't believe that they would oppress hardworking farmers like this.
Farmers.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely
The
farmers.
dairy industry of the battle space, you know, space cows. Let me put a goalie here.
Goalie, I'm sending autogun liners to E and D if you want to send a goalie to, like, B and, like, that little... You see where there's, like, a little indentation in the center rock by B? You can put it there,
Yeah, I
kind
was
of
gonna say something.
facing backward into our spawn.
Mess with my mic a little bit. All right. Anyways, microphone has been messed with. Hopefully this works. Actually, I should make sure the audio scuff doesn't happen mid-match. Last time that was an issue. Probably won't break anything.
Stars on listen only, so if they
There we go.
start
Currently
hearing
consists of
some
pressing
funny
enter,
audio...
then putting a wireless charger on a device, then taking it off and repeat 200 times. Yeah, you get some afternoons like that, don't you?
Yippee, that sounds like fun.
I think one of my worst jobs was because I was the fit young guy there. I just got delegated to some of the physical parts of it. I still remember this. Just I had to pull lengths of wire. It's like there was a 44-foot amount they needed for like certain wire lengths. So it's just like, all right, pull cable. All right, tie it together, cut, and do that for 8 hours. It sucked. You know what happened after I left? They got a fucking machine to do it for them.
Rip.
Yeah. Change notifications is in service settings engagement. Okay, somebody remember that because we
Interesting,
sure as hell
okay.
won't.
That, I had no idea. Like I said, I had no idea you had to manually set that. Thank you for letting me know about that, because that is
Okay.
something
Yeah.
that I will definitely change when I get the time.
Send your traffic.
I will possibly remember to do that. We're gonna find out. There's also some part of me that wants to like just be spiteful and leave it off because haha funny or whatever, but
Why would you do that?
Order received.
I don't know.
Resuming
Minor pettiness?
Neko Evil Arc?
Don't worry, Escape. I'm certain you can make me worse.
Oh no.
Ready, Commander.
Alright.
At the
Look, I'm a
ready.
cat, okay? Sometimes I need to badger people around and bat them with my paw.
You know, true.
Information.
Send your traffic.
Why is there Okay, there's an early warning spyglass tug called Notices Your Axford.
Yeah, that's spies, I believe.
Yeah, I
It's going
Honestly,
along with the
can't disagree.
sensitive femboy shark with a very fitting badge.
Yes. Okay, so we got Sensitive Femboy Shark. We've got Furry Luck. We've got Notices Your Axford. What else we got that's good names? Vocal. What'd you call your stuff?
It's a reference to my
thing.
writing.
Huh, neat.
Please don't
You have a
crash
flex-
into that rock,
Being literate on everyone.
you dumbass. Please do not. Oh my god, you stupid fucking liner.
Heading there now, Commander.
Alright, probably fine. I'm gonna pretend I know what a formation is and go from there.
I can.
Jeez.
Oh no.
Force laid in.
Alright, fan fiction writers are getting a little bit excited over there, I guess. Jeez.
They're gonna learn today.
Face one, there is a cat and an anime girl in the same call. Wow, something. Alright, that's most likely a levy on a marker.
We have a track on it already?
If I had to guess, it's in the area because I saw planes take off there. and-
Track 2557, Axford confirmed.
Standing
That was
It's
5.
either Axford or that's a battleship.
That I saw 5 distinct shells from it.
Oh, fives? Alright. Cool, copy. Oh, that handles that nicely. Do I just go over there and kill that? I might.
Do I just kill that? Yes, kill it. Remove it. Destroy.
Standing by.
Eviscerate.
Yep, C-Wax. Okay,
Engage.
C-Wax, levy confirmed. There we go. Cool. Wait, hang on. Who we got in this lobby? We got levy and
Firing on that target.
spy. Okay. At least Unhinged, used to name all after
Orders, Commander.
phone. I'm just gonna remove that message. Thank you very much. Stop that, you. Great bottle.
Send your traffic.
All right, who the hell is this? As Ewar ship.
They're gonna learn today. The enemy has commenced jamming. The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
Actually, wait, I've got bombshell I can throw at this thing. Don't I? No, these are all 250s. Damn.
Spacecraft low. Not sure what you are.
They're gonna learn today.
I'm gonna grape you.
Force laid in.
Escape. We're on camera. I think, anyways.
Aye, Commander.
At the ready, Commander.
Well, I'm not on camera, so
uh,
it's fine.
Alright, heading this direction.
Oh, it's a
Cool.
CWAC. Hello. Hello, Mr.
That might,
CWAC.
okay, that's axe repair. Calling it now.
Die, Mr. CWAC.
Whack the C-Wax.
I absolutely eviscerated it with grape shot.
Aye, Commander.
Excellent. Okay. Yep, that's dual expert for sure. All right, load the guns. Plasma when you're ready, and then.
Ready. Buzzer
Hey.
active.
I got a lock on this damn thing.
Ready.
Love to.
Ready. Engaging.
Okay, seriously, how have I not gotten a damn rack on that thing?
Standing by.
Eliminate. There we go. Eliminate. All right. Yep, I see you now. Now you suffer. Yippee. 250s. Nah, just rape. Cool.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Run through to make sure. Yeah, that thing's in trouble. Ow. Right. Dodging is important. Ow. Okay, we're getting 3 caps. The C cap goes through, right? Yeah, bombers on it,
Probably.
but whatever. Bombers just
Send to traffic.
failed. No, they did succeed. Okay. Right. Oh, that's a lot of bombers right next to me. Hi there. I'm in danger.
It's fine.
I don't think it is.
No, it's fine. Lock in. Lock in.
Yep. We're gonna find out just how fine this is. Zap, 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 zap. Roll, 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 roll.
Send to traffic.
Roll, please.
Moving. Standing by.
We're
Jammers
fine.
live.
We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Radars. Oh, shit. There goes my escorts.
Awaiting
All right.
orders.
Well, that could have gone worse.
Fire control solution.
Anyways. I totally forgot to shut off my radars again, but you know what? That's fine. Okay, so one of my monitors is non-existent. I forget that people put carrier stuff there. Okay, now I'm getting shot from the flank. That's... God damn it, Edge! I know that build! Edge! You can't put your ass backwards battleship against me. Alright.
Slate in.
Why did I teach Edge to build that one, damn it? Okay, well, at least I could dodge at this range, so it's fine. Roar's fine there. Yeah, okay. You are super toasted. Booster reactor's gonna go off. So we gotta clear the space.
Send to traffic. Standing by.
Run.
We'll get it done.
Actually, that's not what I
All
wanted to
right,
do.
we have a 4 cap against them. We can just like Solomon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you were
Yeah,
talking
I told
about.
you. That's
What the fuck
yep.
is this? Oh, it's got to be.
So, anyways, I taught Edge at one point
Is
that you
that-
can actually do double reinforced drive tanking, and it works pretty well. So,
Would
yeah.
you consider that a beam backpack? Is that what that's called?
Yes, yes, it is.
Send to traffic. Standing by. That's out of range, Commander.
They're taking C with the world's worst
the battleship,
Solomon
yes.
creature.
That's one of my plasmas. Okay. Dewey, you guys gotta keep running here. Come. Go. Who's on? Who's off? Anyways. So, how's your day going over there? Because I'm experiencing pain.
Absolutely nothing is happening, by the way.
Cool. I'm just getting shot. Got it.
Ready.
I'm trying to help you with the bombers. However, I'm at long range and my
Yeah,
grape is unlikely.
My monitor's just getting shredded here. Oop, torps out onto eye. That's bad.
Ooh, okay, that's suboptimal indeed.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Yeah.
Course laid.
Well, I guess that's what we get for not bringing a carrier, right? So, whoops.
Roger that.
All right. Okay. What's combat effective on my side? Yeah, this is one of the pain points of the game. Just when enemy brings a carrier and you don't, and it's just like, yep,
Awaiting orders,
okay, that's the
Commander.
game.
It's fine. It's not over yet.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's over. It's just like one of those moments where it's like, oh right, the counter to this is fighters, and we just don't have them. Damn.
We're gonna need to get closer.
Awkwardness from lobby, you know.
Course laid in.
This thing actually didn't completely crit. It's just misery incarnate. Alrighty. Can I shoot this with anything?
That's out of range,
Eliminate, I
Commander.
guess.
Stop piking me.
Wait, pikes? What?
The pikes are... They're called pikes!
Oh, right, the sundials. Gotcha. I did the same thing you did last game. It's like, what do you mean there's a... Ah, yes.
That's out of range.
Okay, anyways, so, besides, like, this situation being not exactly ideal, could be worse.
That position, we've got a lot of static here.
I mean, then basically I don't have escorts anymore, but still.
Buzzer active. Ready. Jammer online.
Look at this Oh, they've... Oh, that's kind of neat. You can set Tantos to escort a sundial. Okay,
Targeted.
cool. Anyways, ow, ow, ow. Oh, reactor blooms. Why? Alright, so that thing's basically gonna be there. Yes. Well, I'm existing over here. You're doing fine in your lane, right?
I killed
So,
another
okay.
CWAC.
Aye, Commander.
Alright. Levy's got caps going. I got nothing to stop their Axers now diving out of the point because my 2 monitors have been bled and my 3rd one's not got nearly enough plasma to make a difference on this, so
Firing on that
whoops.
target. Heading there now, Commander. Awaiting orders,
Alright.
Commander. That's outside effective range.
Alright, let's try
Can't
this.
do that, Commander.
Whee.
Aye, Commander.
Okay. Plasma,
Slate in.
50, hold fire.
Aye, Commander.
Don't lose track of it, please.
Standing by.
Yeah, that one.
They've got a lock on us. Engaging targeted.
You missed with the plasma? Really?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised too on that one.
How?
Axe for a moment, I guess. Cooking it.
You're right there!
Yep.
You're right next to him!
Firing. Pew. Yep, my shots are missing too. Axford moment. Ah, Raider drives it good.
He's
I really should have brought a
right
plasma liner instead of these
there.
monitors.
Oh my god. Whatever, this salvo should hit.
Yeah, you should get that broadside cook. We got 2v1 now.
Yeah, just keep on him.
Sector traffic.
Yeah. Alright, so at least... Yeah, they're going to get the cap here, but they'll pay for it as well, so that's fine. Edge continues to harass my battleship. Or, well, his battleship continues to harass me. I got a free Claymore kill there, yoink.
Fire.
That.
They've got us locked.
I also just keep flying over this way. If you can. Yeah, your weapon's free, just hit him.
Standing by.
Alright, torpedo strike from the flank. This thing's miserable, so cap points remain cap points at least. Cool. I think we just win this lane, and then they're down to battleship for frontline.
Yep,
Got, what, some capper assets in a levy?
Or slate in.
See
probably.
much else. Yeah.
I am
Alright.
moving in to assist you.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah. I can just
Getting,
bow tank against the healthy one,
They
and
just
that's
they
fine.
just bomber struck my liner on the other side and broke my structure immediately. So that's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah. Ouch. Yeah, you don't need to see. Don't worry about it. Blind call that thing. It's like, no, that's fine. You don't need those.
Oh
Capper
dear.
asset now. Cool. Whoopee. Shooting me. So I know where Edge is, at least, roughly.
They've got a lock on us.
Yeah.
Sector traffic. Enemy fire control. Enemy
Really? More bombers?
Enemy fire control. Lock on warning.
EG round time. Alright. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, you're doing good with your 100 mil there. They're trying to dodge, but now I've got broadside angle, so we're just gonna basically tear this thing apart, and that should be that.
That's out of range.
I'm swapping plasma onto the other one.
Yeah, this thing's cooked like a fish, so I think we're good.
I'm gonna start moving in to retake the point as well.
Buzzer's activated.
VA saying they love aesthetic liner. Yeah, liner aesthetic is really cool. I love broadsides in games. Broadsides are just cool.
Standing by.
Okay, that
Going
is
to
a
eat.
bit
Good
of a
night, Nokak.
problem.
See you around.
Battleship is approaching.
From where? Oh, it's in the middle. Okay.
D Warren BB.
Targeting, Commander.
Levy is not got anything against that, I don't think, and I don't really either, because that's a battleship. Let's just not worry about that for right now. Let's just kill this dude and then move
Yep.
on.
I'm ignoring the BB as well.
Oh, right. Forgot that the Ocello from Spy is super cursed.
Standing by.
Anyways.
Target locked. Engaging.
Fighters and stuff, whatever.
I see 3 bombers incoming on me.
Under attack.
Yeah,
Switching to
I got nothing in
grape.
range. Sorry, Chief.
It's fine.
Course lead.
Oh, you're 100 mil. Yeah, you're gonna kill them.
Yeah, I'm swapping to grape, trying to deal with them.
Do it. Alright.
Come on,
Here
load grape
for-
fire! Leave me alone!
Well, you convinced them to fly evasively at the very least.
Engaging.
I mean, by the time you get your reload, they'll probably be on approach again, but...
Orders, Commander.
Alright, so they're gonna get some of the caps and stuff, but that's okay.
Moving.
We just reposition, kill off this side, and then we win. I think that lane. And then, yeah, edge, we'll just collapse back and kill.
Coming.
Bloody dead yet.
Aye.
No, come on.
We're being locked up.
Oh, Torp's out on you.
Damn it!
Low missile warning.
I have been unable to soft kill these torpedoes.
I'm not certain if I have anything in range or not.
It's
Find out.
fine. I can take some torp hits as a treat.
You soft kill 2 at least, so there's axe seekers in there somewhere. Whatever that's worth. Why are you trying to Aurora through what? Trying to shoot an Aurora at like 8 kilometers or something stupid there. Okay, that one's dead. Cool. Target killed. Other one is gonna be in misery in a second. Phew. Alright. You have been promoted to cringe capper duty. Cool. Levy's on the points doing stuff. Alright.
Okay.
Well, the point situation's not great, but I think we can pull this back in a bit. Yeah. Just want to group up with me. We'll go fully edge as best we can, maybe? You're actually active. Yes, you are. Cool.
I gotta withdraw the liner to enact repairs. The battleship is being cringe. We're
Yeah.
losing A? Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, some things have happened since, anyways. Kind of miss when this fleet works. I want to rebuild it, but yeah, it just does not work for current game plan. Size 2's getting through in the battleship for what damage that does. Alright. Hello. Oh, that's gonna get through. I think maybe. Nope, battle short. Come on, cook 'em, cook 'em, cook 'em. Please. Cook, cook, cook.
It's fine.
Yes,
PV
got
stocks
it.
in.
Woo.
We are securing zone Dagger. The enemy is securing zone Eclipse.
Alright. Anyways,
Eclipse? I'm on Eclipse.
What? That? All? Apparently. The heck is up there? Okay, I guess they got a ship there. Cool. Anyways, I'm not hitting that thing anytime soon. Let's go shoot the edge battleship, I guess, for a bit. Because I got no other plans at the moment.
Excuse me, liner, can you move, please? Thank you.
Yeah, that's my experience last game.
There you are.
They're gonna learn today. Firing on that target.
I know it's out of your range. Just get in range and shoot it, please. Thank you. Flank thrusters, why not? It's not like so much else anything in here. Oh,
Maybe a different way, Commander.
We have secured zone
Recommend
Dagger.
a different approach, Commander.
The enemy secured zone Eclipse.
this is just gonna sim the point there, cause yeah.
Send your traffic. System operational.
Ow, 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 ow. Dodge,
Really?
dodge, 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 dodge.
Oh, more torpedoes through. Damn it.
Send your traffic.
You want to just pull back on the what's this D line and just group with me? I think we can shoot edge.
No,
I
it's
think
out
it's
on
a
the other
battleship, but-
ship. Damn it.
Oh, I see.
That bomber's
Isolation,
picking. Yeah, that bomber's just picking me apart.
Bleh. Oh, cluster KB-22s. You might be toast on the broken thing.
Ready.
Fuck, he got 22s out too.
Total damage.
More than that.
Shit.
Looks like 4. Probably size 2 bomber. All right.
Standing by.
biggest size too is we're actually getting through Edge's PD, and I don't know if,
Ready
like,
to move. They're gonna be implemented.
just asking if Levy can clean that up because they're nearby. Oh, hi. I messed up my MCon.
Go
Yep,
ahead, Commander.
that's what I get for not paying attention. Rip. Bombers.
Aye, aye, Commander. We're
Yep, I'm gonna be unable to retake E, by the way. I'm, like, pretty
Oh,
cooked.
I'm getting shot at the same time. Okay, yep. Yeah, you... Okay, hot Balcon tank, but, like, you have to bring a carrier, because if the enemy brings a carrier, you just, like, ugh.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, Command.
Which I guess in, like, some ways it's good, like, you have to use the mechanics. Like, it'd be shit if you didn't have to use missiles or anything at all, but at the same time, if it's just like, I don't know. I guess I could run breadsticks or something with this, but it's just so many times it's like, oh yeah, right, carriers, that thing.
Position, Commander.
Pain.
Right.
And now I'm broadsided. Okay, yep.
Send it.
Well,
They locked
or at least
onto us.
they get to test something with
Go ahead, Command.
carrier stuff, I guess, right? Because they're doing these in wings of 3 or 2? 3s. Okay, so I got strike down or some tech in that. I'm probably just dead to this follow-up strike, I think. Yeah.
Locking
They're
target.
going for me, it's fine.
Are they?
Firing on target. Establishing lock.
I feel like they're going towards me. No, they pulled off. Okay, weird.
Lock on
All right.
warning.
Well, okay, I guess. These Edge's accuracy is not great.
They locked
Yeah, I've
Nope,
been...
those are definitely going on me. One seduced on you at least, but this other one, yeah, it's gonna hit me. I got nothing against that. Ow, 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 ow.
Vivis,
ow, ow.
hello?
Yep. Again. That again, if you wouldn't mind. Cool.
Get us moving.
Well,
They're gonna be
how hard would it be to build a 450 carrier liner? You can do backpacks on carriers, or backpacks on 450 liners pretty easy. I do that. Like I did my radarless ones last game.
We're being locked up. Course laid in.
Solo pain moment. Part of me almost wants to include like Pavis now, but it's like with the big milk build and stuff, right? Like what do Auroras even do for you? They just punch right through. So
Right.
you can plasma and 100 mil into that thing, so that should be fine. I think Levy's on the board. Yeah, clean up the point.
Ready.
8 points stuff is happening. We're about halfway through the game, so there's that.
Falling out.
Get operational again at some point. Great. These bombers just gonna walk like right. What are these bombers doing next to us? Hello?
They're going for me. Probably.
Guess so.
Fire control ready.
Fire side grape shots, I guess. Cool. Why not?
They're gonna be dust bunnies.
Can you ask them to calc points we need to hold?
Ready.
Could be 3 cap, yeah, for this thing just eyeballing. Alright, yep. Went.
Our power's back up.
You got struck again, really? Okay.
Yeah, I've got a react. No, I don't have a fucking reactor. Okay. Might have enough power to actually run one of those guns, maybe. Find out.
That go through it did. Okay.
Liker.
Yeah.
Send it.
Screw it, HEHT on these things. Wah. Oh, bombs out on you, cluster bomblets, and
Fuck
the
the beam, damn it.
Eh,
Okay, I forgot that beam
Right, yep.
existed. Oh,
I'll be
God.
honest, I did too.
And the cluster bombs are gonna hit me.
Oh, some of them hit edge! Yes! Teamwork!
Nope, that liner's dead. Fuck, okay.
Yep. Okay, well. Friendly fire happened, yep. Okay,
Ready.
alright, what do we even got to fight that thing? Oh, you've got a reactor bloom going on that
I
shadow
do,
thing, don't
yeah.
you? Okay, well then, very interesting, you say.
Standing by.
Can I get my CIC and magazine back? I might be able to here. These things on.
No
Come on,
weapons.
CIC in a second. go. Yep, radar's off.
The Expert's beam is down.
And
Command net online.
see if we can't get HE rounds into this thing's side.
Propulsion restored. Go ahead.
Back online.
On the point here.
I'm moving. I'm gonna rush my crippled liner directly at the carrier and see if I can distract it.
Do it. Plasmid? I can't even tell. Alright, well, for what it's worth, this is fine. This is totally fine. Yeah, we're good. We can get this somehow.
There's an Axford on D as well, too. Rip.
Yeah, I've got nothing to fight it, unfortunately. Oop. Okay, that's there. This thing's fighting this. Guns are cycling. Okay, that's fine.
We have secured zone boxer.
All right, that's good. And now we apply HHC. Nice bloom.
You're welcome, I guess. I don't fucking know.
You know what? At this stage, we take it. Yeah.
They take C and they're taking D. We're gonna take A in a second here.
Oh, I think his beam might be operational. Yeah, torp strikes out on me. Out. Suck.
Oh, those
I
are
got nothing against this.
conventional. Those are
Cluster
CBUs.
bombs. Are those just gonna?
What the fuck? Did those
They
do
didn't
anything?
stage in time. They didn't arm.
Incredible.
How can we help today, Commander?
Yeah, warhead didn't arm.
The good news is Tasty's no longer firing torps, which makes me think that they're empty.
Or they're just gonna go for the finale. Yeah. Yep. Not enough timer. See, I've seen that before where it's like the cluster bomb that goes pop, but it takes like a second or so for them to actually arm.
Yeah, beam is
Oh,
still
that beam's
active.
active. So it is. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything that can do. How do you miss? He's 1.5 kilometers away from you. How do you miss?
We have secured zone Atlas.
At the ready, Commander.
Ready.
Well, I got like nothing here. Caps wise, surprisingly close game. Okay, Levy's just gotten hellstruck.
Yeah,
Gonna finish. Swing and a miss actually.
we're not going to be able to do anything about D more than likely here. That Axford is still
Yep.
functional.
Oh, I think AD Riser just got visual on our yeah, they
Levy,
just
yep.
saw the Acello.
Man.
The spy Acello. His Vish track, you hate it. Yep. It's a build.
We are contesting zone boxer.
I think it certainly exists. Don't
Yep,
hit
just
the
contest
enemy.
B as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm technically alive here, but
Today, Commander.
real emphasis on the technically. I'm just gonna try and see if I can slide constantly behind this battleship so it doesn't get the cap through.
Damn, what seekers are in those torpedoes?
I assume it's a EO Wake or something, maybe an ARAD. I think one of them's at least ACT because it went after chaff. So
Right.
avant-garde style CC, you're also a monster for it. Yep. Go. All right. I discovered how to avoid enemy beams. Just get close enough that you can actually like touch their ship physically. Boop them.
Standing by.
Can't believe Neko's touching their ships physically without having consent first.
It's called cat crimes, okay? And I cooked it like a chicken nugget with your corpse.
Course laid in.
I don't even have enough for the Auroras. Right. Well, there you go. Yo. Orbital bombardment of Acello. Activate. Okay, what are they even hitting it with over there? Oh, they've got their own bomber wing. Okay. Oh, yeah, fuel line fired. There you go.
Traffic.
Dead. Okay.
Ready.
Oh, don't let it get angle on you. Don't let it get angle.
This tense battle for the B point.
This is my point. Get off it.
Do you still have guns, Neko?
Yes, I do still have a gun.
Pause
I'm
fire
technically
the
firing on this thing once
turret,
every
yeah.
like minute or so.
Send your traffic. Awaiting orders, Commander. Send your traffic.
All right, so one of my ships is still alive over there.
Force slated.
So with a 3 cap that we're holding by a technicality at the moment.
Misspelled that. Ignore that.
Standing by.
Yeah, Corvette. I got you. Missing the TE.
Force slated.
You know, for how scuffed this game has been with the comp that we kind of loaded up, we are still doing actually okay points-wise. Somehow.
We are securing Zone Comet.
Standing
We're
by.
also getting the C cap off, which is
Yep, I'm
impressive.
getting C. And Leviathan still has a functional, semi-functional 100mm liner. It still has gun turrets on it. So
you go.
theoretically, Leviathan can clean up these lighter assets that are
Yeah.
trying to take the points.
At the ready, Commander.
As in one.
Gun turret. Yep, there you go. I mean, it counts as armed for the purposes.
The hell did that levy go? They have a levy heading A as well that we have to be careful about, because if
Mm.
that gets behind us, that can cap.
Got it.
Beautiful Visceral. Viscera is still technically combat effective because it has a jammer still functioning, so I can kind of hold C, maybe, against, like, small assets that get there.
Yeah.
On the way, Commander.
People saying they're surprised they're taking damage from engines and not modeled in.
They're heading
No,
E. They're heading
this seldom
E.
ever happens, so yeah.
We do have the 4 cap on him.
Yeah, we do. For the moment.
Send your
Ow,
traffic.
ow, ow.
The enemy secured Zone Boxer.
What? Oh, they CIC sniped me! No, they got a lucky AP round. Edge! Cut
Bruh.
it to you, damn it. I don't know if they surgical that or if they just randomly rolled
Leviathan, you're
He must
firing
have
flak.
surgically.
Leviathan, you're firing flak at that ship. Oh, no.
it. Oh, no.
A is
Alright,
being lost
ACAP
to
goes-
the levy as well. I have no
Yeah.
combat effectiveness on the point. I can't do anything about that.
Yeah. Screwed up on B side. Yeah. He must have position fired that because I saw the gun was no longer wiggling around because of visual tracks.
Power has
Damn.
been restored.
Um,
Magazine empty. Ready.
All right.
hmm.
Send your traffic.
Notice repeatedly I just keep dying to bombers and I keep not bringing the counters to it.
On the way.
So yeah, maybe that's on me. I don't know.
We're taking internal damage.
Damn.
Oh, yep, I'm beamed. I'm toast.
Secured Zone Atlas.
They got a rip.
Yep.
Send your
CIC's.
traffic.
Playing against some blues teammate yelled, this blue just pause fired my CIC stack.
Zone Eclipse.
Yep, and
Yeah,
there's the
you get some
E cap as
surprising moves
well.
every once in a while.
Oof. Unfortunate.
Yep. E-cap we got nothing for. We don't have nearly enough points lead to win on
Nope,
two.
we don't.
Restored.
Gabe, can you make it to the D point? No, there's still the extra there, isn't there?
Yep.
All right.
On the way.
Hmm.
I think that's GG. I don't think we can recover from this.
Yep.
Leviathan just lost their last liner to a bomber.
Yeah, liner. What the hell is even combat effective for us? Like right now, it's just like your jam. vet, I
One
think?
jam
Yeah.
vet, I think, is what's keeping us in
Yeah,
the fight.
GG. All right. You guys surrender it. Well, we tried. We brought a funny build with Spy Eye, and the enemy brought a carrier and kind of suffered for it. So.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Checks out. 80 riser. Yeah, we cooked one of them real good. The other one survived.
Yeah, that levy is deadly.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. Just yeah, you counter this all in like bomber style build. Just it's Dragon Benders, so they've done this before and they practiced a bunch. Okay,
Yep.
same stuff. CMD
Oh, it was a
saw
double.
and
That's why
Yo.
it was a double levy enemy fleet. That's why we were suffering to bombers.
Yep. Okay. I was wondering, like, I thought they had a cap fleet, but no, they just double lever oops all bombers. Literally just any fighters were good, but yeah. Probably could have brought something like Kyanite and done well. Kyanite, I think, has backpack fighters.
Right.
Yeah. You got decent damage with that one.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we went funny, so.
All right, I'm up for probably one more today before I have to head out. So.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really feeling it anymore after that one. It's like it wasn't like the most like horrid game ever, but it's also just like I don't know.
All right, you want to call it?
So-
I'm fine with that as well.
I'm gonna call it on that one. I think honestly, yeah. It's no, Tasty. It's not your fault. Yeah. It's just that's a game where it's just like, oh, okay, we didn't bring a carrier. The enemy brought 2 carriers. We get hell bombed. I spend the whole game just like watching my ships like slowly bleed. It's like, it kind of puts you in like one of those bad moods. So I'm like try and force myself to have fun and stuff. We just kind of go from there.
All right.
Though.
Who's live right now? We can raid into.
That's a good question. Let's find out. And again, it's like if you're not having fun with the game, do something else. Figure out ways to have fun. Look at things. Obviously, go on the internet and type angry forum complaints, right?
Absolutely no one I know is online.
Yeah. All right, let me take a look at my side and find out then. Yeah. There's some long streams today, so we can probably keep this one shorter. Oop, that's me echoing my voice. One friend, Bo Barley, who's just chatting right now. They're trying to decide what to do today. Wanna raid into them?
Bar.
Yeah, here, I'll just DM it to you. The name, where's...
Fair enough.
So yeah, that one, pretty easy. All right, I'll load up my missile key and we'll go from there.
With a 0. That's why it didn't pop up. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Raid missile keys. First did mine.
Ready.
All right, 10 seconds.
10 seconds on my
Alright, yeah.
countdown as well.
Weird games today. I played like absolute dog shit as expected, but still, thanks Evan for coming out and all that. Me and Scape enjoyed doing this. We'll be doing this maybe again Friday.
We'll see. I'll be down if I'm available, so we'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll figure it out then. Otherwise, we do fleet reviews sometimes. You can check out our channels. We have Discord servers. Might as well link the stuff here. All right, here's Discord server and my YouTube. So if you want to check out stuff there, there's Nebulous Cast on YouTube. There's Discord server for silliness. Yeah, we're on the internet. We do things. Yippee!
All right, my raid is ready.
All right, -2. Count it down.
3, 2, 1, raid.